been so long, I don't think I can hold on. Where were you when I needed you the most? Now I'm sitting here with a black hole in my chest. A heartless, broken mess.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Oh, subscriber only mode. Cool. I'm not sure if that's usual, but anyway. So today, we're going to watch Phil make a fucking fool out of himself. Trying to walk back what he said yesterday about the whole assassination thing. While Phil does that, we're going to be playing V Rising. Confusio is busy today, so it'll be just me, but it's really just a chill game, so it should be alright. What up, Confusio? If anything, we'll have more materials by the time you come back in later. Yeah, definitely is. Can't remember what I was doing yesterday. Hmm. Let's see here. I see. Oh, that's cool. So as I become worthy, I can craft the stuff that I bought with the extra pack. Dracula's relics. So I've been able to craft the cloak. That's it. But got some new somewhere. Got some new grounds. Royal Gate. Ooh. Interior royal walls. Oh, they're free to do. Shit. Damn. Gonna beautify the castle, I guess. That's the yeah, it's the music on Phil's side. Or dark raw Phil, I should say. When does it start? It starts in like 30 minutes, yeah. Good point. Good point. It's gonna drag on for a while, so. No, good point, man. Let's do this. There we go. Alright. So Phil is only going live in like 30 fucking minutes anyway. You made a good point, though. Don't need to listen to that. Carpets. Ooh. Glass and gem dust. Pretty sure there's like a glass mine somewhere. Yeah, quartz. That's right. I mean, we were there yesterday, so we just have to find it again. Good God. It's so weird that you can do, like, all 4 parts of the 4 corners of the fucking pillar. It's so weird. Do the stairs, but I figure there's fucking royal stairs or some bullshit. Okay. There we go. It's cooler, right? Who doesn't like red walls? Me, I have a red wall. I love red walls. Is that it? Oh. There we go. Cool. Now is it different floors altogether, I wonder? Yeah, royal pattern. Fuck that. Jesus Christ. Glass gem dust. Or glass. Flying. Copper ingot or grape dust. I think we got plenty of copper ingots. Yes, we do. That's way too low. CD is a hell of a drug. I'm gonna take a look to see what it looks like, because it seems pretty cool. Let's get some gem dust too while we're at it. Pretty cool. Although, kind of needs lighting now.
I cannot build here.
Why not? It's pretty chill. It's pretty robust. Alright, cool stuff. Now that we're done with that. Says that wood. Yes, it is. Need more wood to make more paper. Oh, there we go. Starting early. No, he's not. Never mind. First false alarm. The pig is not live. I repeat, the pig is not live. Planks. I need planks. Amethyst, greater blood essence, reinforcement. Regular and reinforced plank. Boom. Hopefully this weapon is good. All right.
My blood reserves run low.
It's pretty cool. Plenty of pollen. Blood rose for potions. Yeah, sure. It's a good time, right? Sweet. Gonna go check in on the prisoners. Still alive, yeah. Need to give him fish. Idizio is going to be dragged in here so it doesn't burn. Go. Grind that pollen. And we're gonna go make some health potions. Look at this. Sweetness. We got an actual health potion going on. That's pretty dope. Cool. Alright, so we can go put this stuff away, I think. You can grab the clipper. Need to grab the shreds. Guess I could make one more sconce. Damn it. Yeah, it is. Oh, quick bind. Well, I have it set to 8, so I can just... I guess I could quick bind now. Oh? Scourge. We're making Scourge, right? Let's make some Scourge for a minute. Oh, right. Yeah, I thought there was like a specific key binding, but no. It's already in my inventory build. My quick access, whatever. Needed 4 Scourge Stone to do something. Forget what. Didn't need that. Oh yeah, the quick teleport thing. I remember now. But we can let these guys go, because we don't really... doesn't matter to us. Oh, let's keep those. Yeah, I guess we're good. Damn, outer wall, you kidding me? It's gonna take forever if I do that. So the jail might be quicker. I dig it. Yeah, that's cool. Looking for a fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy, fishy. What, King? You're good. What? Wait, hey. Hey. What do you want? You bits. Be back in just a minute.
I cannot go on.
I'm back. I died. Okay then. Killed by the sun. Go figure. Go figure. This is my coffee, not the other one.
I am ready for a new day.
I missed the wall. One thing I find weird is that you don't get to keep your headpiece. Like, I don't quite get that. Darksydephil. Here we go. I was looking for fish, but I think I'll be careful next time. It's just not reaching. Here we go with the stupid.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Man,
everyone.
after yesterday, I think we all need a more chill, laid-back
Oh my
day.
god,
Do we
dude.
not?
You literally
That's
spent
exactly
3
what we're
hours
doing
just
today.
talking.
On the
What do you
show,
mean?
we're
What do you
gonna
mean you need a
discuss
chill day?
updates on ideas for upcoming playthroughs and things to do on all of my
Oh,
channels.
more schedule
the
talk.
Upcoming marathon.
Great.
We're just gonna relax. This
More
is not
schedule
gonna be a
talk.
super
You guys
serious
happy?
Show because that's the opposite of what we need today after everything going on in the real world.
Oh
then
my
it's gonna be a
God,
full
dude.
day of reacting. So again, be able to sit back, enjoy clips, reminisce on past playthroughs.
Of course
and
I'm
just
gonna
have a good
monetize
time
this. I have the
together.
right to, asshole.
Boy, am I glad that I get to do what I do. And be the place where you guys get to separate yourselves from reality.
God, dude.
and just kind of relax.
Shut up.
That's what it's all about. On today's
That's what it's all about. Escaping reality with Darksydephil. Oh my god. He doesn't understand how stupid he sounds 3/4 of the time. That's why it's so great. Fucking stupid music. Fucking stupid.
Alrighty, well, it is Sunday, the 14th of July, 2024. Midsummer. It is hot. Our heat wave here in Washington State actually continued. We had a week of 90-degree weather. Now we have a week of straight up 80 to almost 90-degree weather, and there's no end in sight. You know, looking at our weather coming up.
Oh, Weatherman Burnell.
Incredibly warm every day, so we've got The absolute.
It's like it's
crazy
almost like
air
it's
conditioners
summer or
pumping here. We
something,
needed
right?
it so badly. And whew,
Woo!
trying to stay
Says.
cool and beat the heat.
Woo!
It's the
He
place to
says.
do it right here, man. Because today we're just gonna chill and relax.
Gonna chill
Obviously,
here,
I'm gonna tell you
man.
what's going on.
It's
If you
gonna
haven't been
chill,
paying
man.
attention, maybe you're watching this later on, and when it's live, you're like, what could Phil be addressing? Well, something happened in current events yesterday, and it affected my streams
Oh my god, here we go, dude. Come
in an
on.
obvious way.
An obvious way.
So I obviously want to explain how we're handling that and moving forward, how that's going to shift the schedule around and stuff like that.
How is
okay?
that gonna shift the schedule
All
around?
right.
You chose to
So,
do a
first of all, I
3-hour
wish you
talk
all
to
well.
Phil segment instead of
Hope that you're
talking
all
about segments.
Safe, happy, healthy.
Like,
Because good lord, I know we're all going through a lot right now, especially if you live in the United States. A lot
Why?
of stressful stuff going on in real life, politically and otherwise. And
what the fuck is he
yikes,
talking about?
right? So when all that stuff is happening, I'm
Are
happy to
you
bring
personally
a disconnect
affected
from
because
that,
somebody
a place
tried to
come
shoot Trump
have
the other
kind of
day? Are
solace
you
and a
personally
reprieve.
affected?
And that's what I'm gonna do today. You know,
Honest
yesterday,
question.
It did affect my content, and I said, all right, let's get this out of the way. So now we can come back
Unless you're like a
today,
diehard
we can relax
MAGA,
together and
I don't
not
see how this
be
would affect you at
affected
all.
by it, okay? So let's
Same thing
explain.
for
Let's
fucking
recap
Biden. If
yesterday
somebody would have
quickly
tried to
so
shoot
you guys know
Biden,
where
nobody would have
everything's
fucking gave a
at.
shit either.
And then we can jump
It was
in, shall
horrible,
we?
man.
So
It's supposed to be a 3-hour let's
Yesterday,
talk about what happened,
first
and it ended
stream,
up being
we talked
10 minutes
about
of
a bunch
talking
of
about the
topics on
event
this
and then
podcast,
just
which we're going to touch upon
Q&A.
again today.
Another
So I
fucking
don't
Q&A
really want to
segment.
reiterate them, but basically, we need new game playthroughs coming up for about a month until new games hit in late August, because I'm about to finish Elden Ring DLC and I'm about to finish both Riven Remastered as well.
So
we're
for
gonna
like
need new
3-4
stuff.
days now, he's been
In
repeating the
addition,
same fucking
we
line.
have a fun marathon coming up on the 27th, and we need to hone in on exactly what we'll be doing during that event. And then finally, on the
fun
DSP
marathon.
Throwback channel, Fallout 4's
Not a lame marathon.
Restoration Remastered playthrough is done,
A fun
and
one.
we're going to be starting up with some missing content for posterity purposes first.
Posterity.
But I'm looking
Oh, that
for
fucking
what the
word.
next
That fucking
major
word, man. That
playthrough should
word.
be in regards to, something to restore from my past and upscale it. So we have all these topics we're talking about. I'll follow up. We'll talk a little bit
Content
more
that
about
wasn't
them
good
today.
enough
But
for then
after that, we jumped into the
is
Elden
apparently
Ring
going to be good
DLC,
enough for now.
And I'm happy
Apparently.
to report we got through the entire Final Legacy dungeon in one go. It really wasn't that difficult. Little sideways that we went. And all the way through the path back down the Tower City, which was the first major Legacy dungeon. And it takes you to this hidden area that you had seen way earlier on, but was wondering, could you ever access it? Well, yes, you can. And basically, the hardest weapon in the game to reach is there. It's a really long, like 15-minute jaunt out of your way to get over to this hidden weapon. Once you get it, it seems pretty cool. I'll be honest, I didn't get it too late in the game to really use it. You get it so close to the end of the game. The way that this
What is he
weapon
talking
works,
about?
it's a dual-bladed weapon, twin blade, and as you attack normal enemies, it builds up the charge, and then it starts glowing when it's maximized. And then when you use its weapon art, you spin it and you shoot this crazy beam of light and energy out of it. So it's kind of like, it's melee, but it also has
Melee?
a projectile property to it. It's kind of like a magic hybrid weapon.
Magic hybrid projectile weapon melee.
For my build, the problem is it's the end of the game. Like, there's nothing else to do. Once you get the twin blade, you just go to the final boss area. So why do I need it? Definitely it's something that's probably for a new game plus run or a second run or something like that. So, yeah.
So there shouldn't be any new
And then
weapons past like the
basically,
halfway
kind of
point,
going
is
through
what
the
he's
final
saying.
area, the only real difficulty I had in the final area, there's this one enemy type that uses elemental magic, and sadly, the game on PS5, anyway, I don't know about PC,
He's
but
such a
on
moron.
PS5, the game actually chugs in frame rate. The frame rate dips.
Whoa,
and with
dude, it
problems with
chugs?
Frame rate dips.
It chugs?
All of your inputs now are delayed.
Oh my
When
god,
the game
dude,
slows
it
down,
chugs?
so do your reactions. And that's not good. I mean, the same thing happened when I was playing Dark Souls 3 on the Xbox One, and we got to the Pontiff Sulivan boss. The game tried to
The
push so many
Pontiff
effects during that
Sulivan?
fight. Remember,
What?
it's cool flaming sword.
Bitch, what?
Shit.
Pontiff Sulivan? What? The Pontiff Sullivan? Pontiff Sulivan. Pontiff Sulivan.
So I really feel like, sadly, this is a shortcoming of Game Engine, and them trying to push it too far on PS5 too many elemental effects.
The game works fine, he's just being a fucking moron.
This enemy type quite a bunch in this
He's such a
final
moron.
dungeon. Good news is, after dying a few times to one of them, pretty much no other
A few times, he says.
Now, there was one part that got me tilted, and right before the final boss,
A part that got you tilted?
dependent on
A part?
I think it's dependent on what like quests you've done during the DLC. You have to fight multiple NPC invaders at the same time. Now, if
There's
you've
no space in
completed
my inventory.
certain quest lines, you also can summon NPCs to help you during the fight.
That's the whole
So
point
I
of the
was facing off
fucking...
4 people, but
Oh.
I had 2 people that I could summon. The thing is, you don't have to summon, but it seems like it's definitely designed to summon. because
No
if you
shit,
don't,
dude.
it's
No shit,
literally
it's designed.
It forces you to fight 2v1, and then the others start spawning. It's like, wait, what am I supposed to do? Now, you know me, I'm stubborn.
You know me. You know me.
I wanted to challenge myself. You know what? I'll do it without summoning. I'm gonna challenge myself. So I tried various different builds, okay?
Builds.
Sadly,
It's not builds.
in all of their
Switching a
wisdom,
weapon
they
is not a
decided that
build.
the
You
first
fucking
two invaders
idiot.
that come in have full poise and super armor, and
My
you
bags
can't
are
interrupt it. So once they start with their attacks, you literally can't stop them. So for example, I said, let me try to guard counter this. It literally won't work against them. When you guard counter, they ignore the guard
Must
counter
make
and
room
attack you
for me to
anyway,
carry that.
making your build completely worthless. That's
Build, he
incredibly
says.
dumb.
Build, he says.
Bosses don't do that. Ginormous epic bosses.
What do you mean?
don't
Of course
do
they
that,
do.
But these
There's no
NPCs do.
space in my inventory.
Have super armor? What?
Genius,
Bosses don't have super
right?
armor? Are you
So then
fucking...
I said, all right, well, let's go with the dual hammer build. So I tried that.
Dual
and by
hammer
jumping
build.
L1, which is basically jumping double slam.
Build,
you
he
could
says.
kind of interrupt them.
Oh,
and
build.
if you do it enough times, basically you could just keep interrupting them to the point where they die. If you have high enough poise, even if they hit you,
So you cheese them to death,
so
Phil?
basically I found, by chugging my flask that gives me infinite stamina and just slamming them, I could kill the first NPC pretty much right away, leaving me to solo the second guy, and if I could solo him quickly, the other 2 come in later, and then it's just 2v1, and that's a lot more fair, okay? I tried this for about, probably no lie, probably about 40 minutes. Every single time that I was close to winning, the game would do something incredibly fucking stupid that's not my fault. For example,
The game would do
I'm
something
jumping and
incredibly
slamming,
stupid that
the game
wasn't my
decides to
fault.
rotate the camera. So now my character
Are you
says,
sure about that?
this way. I can't
What was
control where
that?
my character swings. You have to rely on the lock-on system to work. When the camera rotates, the lock-on system stops working. That's a flaw of the game system. That's
Oh,
not
is
me.
it?
I'm
No?
doing exactly the same strategy.
It's not the guy
that worked
going,
7 times before.
"Ooh," that's not
Now
his
it
fault.
magically doesn't because the camera rotates.
You sure?
I didn't make the game. Okay?
No,
Then
you're playing it though.
There'd just be bad luck, like, oh, the guy uses a weapon art that just so happens to make him completely
Bad luck,
invincible.
he says.
So now you miss the last hit you need to kill him, then he drinks a flask and gets all his health back.
Bad
Like-
luck, he says.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Chug, 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 chug.
So I could sit here and talk about it, all the little nuances of it. I was leapfrogging over the enemies for no reason, doing exactly the same inputs. One time I would slam them, and one time I would just leap over them. Made no sense, same exact input. So I'm like, you know what? After doing it for 40 minutes, I said I had enough. I'm basically
had enough.
making this harder than it
All
needs to
right,
be.
I've had
So I said,
enough.
Fuck this, and I summoned the 2 NPCs and beat it on the first try. Right? It's dumb.
You're dumb.
I should be
What do you
able to
mean
do it.
that it's
I know how to
dumb?
play
You're
the
dumb.
game. I understand the mechanics, but the game is
I understand the mechanics.
Oh, no
Then why
lock
didn't you
on.
summon them right
I'm
away?
up here leapfrogging over this, that, and
It's
the other.
literally the
You
whole
just wanna
point
play
of
the game
having
and have
them
fun.
there, of helping
They
them
gotta
out, of
make it
choosing
so
sides.
difficult.
So you can summon them.
Specifically random. It really is RNG, that you would do the same thing over and over, and you'll actually get a different outcome. You know what
Oh
they
my
say
God,
the
dude.
definition of madness
No,
is?
it's a
Repeating
madness?
the same thing over and over and expecting a different
Wait, what?
outcome.
Madness?
No, that's literally the definition of FromSoft games.
That's
You'll
not
do the
madness.
same thing
It's supposed to
and
be
get a different
insanity, and
outcome.
that's not the
It
real
ain't
definition,
free
stupid.
like that. So, for me, that was actually probably, no lie, the most frustrating thing in the game was this one segment. Luckily, again, I think someone like intended, I beat it easily. I'm like, alright, whatever, moving on. So the good news is, I got to the final boss. The final boss only has 1 health bar, to my knowledge. And you get him down about halfway, he goes to form 2. And I'm not going to spoil the final boss or anything right now. All I'll say is this, I'm trying I'm using
It's not gonna
my
spoil
guard
it, it's
build,
just
and
gonna spoil it
works
for
on
you.
the final boss. For sure it works. I'm actually wearing a brand new armor set I got during that previous 4v1 fight, so it's a pretty badass. It's like the ultimate Havel armor.
The ultimate Havel armor, he says.
And you look like a giant tank using it. So I'm using this to try to beat him. I think I'll do it. Like I said, I've already pretty consistently been able to beat the first form, unless I make a mistake. And I'm still experimenting a bit with it, trying to find the holes in the combo and things where I can do dark counter and stuff like that. But yeah, it doesn't look that bad. I'll be honest. The boss just doesn't seem that hard or bad. I get the feeling when it comes down to it, this will not be one of the hardest bosses I've ever fought in FromSoft history. I find it hilarious. So many people are like, it's the hardest boss. It's definitely not. I would say right now, still in my mind, ranking Melania was the hardest boss I fought in FromSoft history. You know, the first time I fought her, what, 5 hours to beat her, I want to say. So
that's
an
insane.
hour and a half, then a full 3-hour stream, then like another hour and a half to 2 hours, probably like 6 hours to beat her. This last time I fought her in the second run, it took about 2 hours to beat her. Right? In this case, I fought this final boss for about a half an hour. And I'm already consistently getting to Form 2, and I'm already learning things about Form 2. With Melania, it was like it took so long. Actually, with Melania, not Melania. With Melania, it took so long just to consistently get to Form 2. I barely ever learned Form 2. I just tried to tank my way through it, right?
Sounds like a big little you problem.
Yeah, I really think that, once again, people over-exaggerating. I don't think anything in this DLC is happening at all. I think it's been a good
I watched his earlier gameplay, and he got completely shreked by, like, the earlier
I
NPCs.
actually really like the Lord of Flames boss fight as well. I thought it was really unique and interesting.
And looking at his original run, he died like 80 times to a jail guy.
Green says, I tried to super chat, and it says there's something wrong on YouTube's end. Well, hold on a second.
Money.
According to my page, it is active and working. But I'm not calling you a liar.
Yes, you are. You just did.
For days. People are gifting memberships and they're not giving out right away. And then YouTube has not been counting revenue properly for 3 days. Like, there's no revenue for 3 days on anyone's YouTube page. It just shows it's 0. And YouTube already came out publicly and said, no, we screwed it up. It's not working on our end. Don't worry, the money is there that you're earning. It's just not working right. So you literally may not be able to do this chat right now. It might be screwed up. You know.
What a guy.
And there's nothing that can be done about that. I would say if you're really trying to super chat and it won't go through,
just send a tip.
Another way that you can support the channel is obviously
Tip.
There's no space in my
A whatchamacallit? A tip?
Tip, of course.
What's that word?
Yeah. You could, you know,
What's?
you could always
Oh,
tip.
right, tip.
Tipping is outside of YouTube.
Are you
So in that
fucking
case, you know,
kidding
it's not
me, man?
working. You know, please tip me. That
Please
will
tip me.
help a lot,
Please
okay?
tip
And I
me, please,
appreciate that
please.
you're attempting to support the channel. I'm
Please.
sorry if it's not working. YouTube is having issues these last few days. Okay.
Wow, what a fucking
Anyway,
piece of crap.
so,
What a fucking
continuing on.
piece of human garbage.
So yeah, I don't think anything in this DLC.
Oh, you tried the
has
super
been
chat, didn't
that
work?
tough,
Just tip.
Honestly, I think there's been some fun, unique stuff that I've really liked.
What a fucking piece
but
of shit.
Definitely not ultra challenging, especially if you're using the systems
My
put in
bags are
place, like
filled.
B-specking to use the new
What a
weapons,
piece of shit.
getting the Skidoo tree fragments, which
It's
you're
not
intended to
Skidoo.
do. It's not that bad. So
Stop
I'm
saying
fully
Skidoo
expecting
tree,
my next stream
fucking
of Elden Ring
idiot.
on Tuesday, I will be completing this game. I don't think that it's going to take me 3+ hours to beat the final boss.
You don't
I
think?
could be wrong, and if I am, that's fine.
That's
I'm
fine.
okay with it. If this is truly the
Please,
last
tip me,
game of Elden
please.
Ring ever, then let it take as long as it needs to be beaten. I don't care if it takes me multiple streams.
He
Let it
doesn't
be the
care.
final big challenge.
He
right?
doesn't care.
Okay.
He's gonna straight up summon
Now-
after trying for like 30 minutes.
Last night, I was supposed to play Stardew Valley in a late night chill.
Are we
stream.
talking about the Trump thing
Okay.
again?
As you know, when I play Stardew Valley, it's a combination of me
I wanna
learning the
chill.
game, micromanaging and juggling.
How am I supposed to chill when my favorite guy in the world just got shot, man? Come on, man. How am I supposed to chill, bro?
It's supposed to be an interactive and chill stream in that way.
How am I,
Well, we all know what
Darksydephil?
happened yesterday
supposed to
with
chill?
the attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump.
There we go.
And it literally just dominated everyone's discourse. Like,
Literally
so many people
everyone.
just wanted to talk about that.
Literally everyone.
And I knew that if I was going to do a late night chill stream of anything, people were going to want to talk about it. Rightfully so.
Rightfully so,
Okay.
it says.
Now, if I start playing Stardew Valley, how am I going to micromanage all of the things in the game that you need to be paying attention to play it properly? And then also be learning new elements.
What element did he
while I'm trying
learn?
to interact with you
What
guys
element
and
did he
talk about this stuff.
learn? He didn't do it because he was waiting for new information, but he got no new information.
So I announced basically last minute. I even had my PC on and I made the last minute decision.
Whoa, he had the
You know
PC
what?
on.
I decided
Whoa!
tonight we're not
He's
gonna do
already, he had the
Stardew Valley.
PC
We're
on.
gonna postpone that stream
Wow!
till later in the week.
Wow.
We're just gonna do a late night chill with Phil, improv.
Chill with
stream.
Phil.
Come on by, hang out with me. Let's just talk.
Chill with
Okay.
Phil.
So basically,
My
for
bags
the
are full.
first hour, all right, the first hour of the stream was all talking about this current event and politics and all kinds of stuff. Okay. So FYI, that's what happened. Okay.
That's
so
what
if
happened.
you want to hear my opinion on what happened last night?
What was his opinion again?
All right, with this, please watch part
There's no
1
space in my
of
inventory.
last night's
What was his
impromptu
opinion
stream
again?
From July 13th, 2024. The entire like.
I don't think he had an opinion, right?
Me
He
talking
had
back
no
and forth in
opinion
the audience
because
about
he was sitting on that fence.
Okay?
He was like, "Oh,
I
people
said my
should
piece
stop."
on it.
What was his
I've
piece?
already exhausted
All
what I
he
had
was
to
saying was
say.
that people
I
should
don't
stop
want to keep
having
talking about it over and
bad
over.
rhetoric.
That's
That's it.
literally why I did it this way. So now it's out there. If you want to see my thoughts, you
God.
can go watch them. And
Can you imagine being so
I can
dumb that
move
you're
on
like,
with my
I really
content,
need to know what
okay?
Phil thought of
So
the
we did that, and
assassination
then
attempt. I
basically
really
what
need
happened
to
was
know.
The rest of the night
I
show,
really
which is
need to
about
know.
another hour and 15, 20 minutes, we talked about many other things. I mean, silly things, you know. frivolous
Silly things.
Video games.
Silly
and
things.
And all kinds of movies, TV.
I'm
know,
so
all kinds of
silly.
different topics, and it was nice. By the end of the stream, we kind of had exhausted
Vampire
the
merchant.
kind of stuff that we
Whoa.
were talking about.
Seeking power,
Um,
Nightkin.
So there you go. So I
Dude,
don't
look
know
at this.
Really, you know how
What?
much,
750 shards?
attention you
Holy
give the
fucking
rest
shit.
Of the show. If you just want to see a nice hangout session where we just talk about various topics, watch the rest. But it's 2 videos from last night. They're live on the channel.
Two
Please give them a
videos.
look.
Space in my
And I hope you enjoy them. And I hope that that's, you know, basically satisfies your desire to know what I think about what happened.
Satisfies
okay?
desires.
Give it a look.
With
Fair
Darksyde
enough?
Phil. There's only one person being satisfied by watching you, and that's who I
Okay.
see. And whoever runs
Well.
Swopely.
FYI, I did get your tip. Dream Greens, I do shout out to the end of the show, so that's coming up. And the Grease Merchant did a super chat,
My
and it did
bags are
come through.
filled.
So apparently the super chats do work. For some reason, they weren't working for Dream Greens. I don't know why,
God.
but they are working for other people.
It was bad, dude. It was
Who
fucking
knows?
bad.
I should say this, yeah. So YouTube's having a lot of issues right now. I should have said
The
this up
Legion
front, I
of
forgot about it.
Nocturne.
YouTube's having a lot of issues. Number one, certain things just aren't working. Like I said, people are trying to get membership, and they're not being handed out. And everyone's like, well, what
Suffer the
gift? Do
cold.
they not go out? To my knowledge, they are going out. They're just very, very delayed. So you might get the membership right now, and it doesn't go out for like hours. There's something going on YouTube side. There's wonkiness. Like, for example, some people are saying they can't super chat even though they want. I recommend if you cannot do something through YouTube,
Blood
please contribute via.
sustains me.
Just give me a
giving.
tip.
So
Just
that
give me
way,
a tip
I still get the
instead.
support, rather than, you know, YouTube basically, you know, costing me.
Taking my money.
Also, like
It's
I
my
said,
money,
YouTube has been
bitch.
several days, starting on July 10th. They have not reported any revenue. It's as if no one's YouTube channel on YouTube is making any money as of July 10th, which obviously is not the case. Ad revenue,
Feel
chat
the
revenue,
chill.
nothing. So it makes no sense. But they already put out the report. They said, listen, our system is broken. It's on our end. We're going to fix it. Don't worry. Whenever everything's there, you just can't see it yet,
Reckless.
but it will be coming. So I'm not freaking out at all. And, you know, to me, it's like not a big deal.
Power.
Obviously, this one has been pretty good so far. I don't perceive me having any terrible, oh my god, the sky is falling.
But you're doing it now, dude.
No, I don't
The
it's not
Legion
bothering
of
me.
Nocturne
So I hope
rises
these other
above.
content creators will be freaking out. Maybe it's like, nah, if it's just a reporting issue, I'm not too nervous about it. It's fine. They know what
The
everyone's
Legion
making,
of
it's not a big
Nocturne
deal, so
will be
move on,
victorious.
right? But yeah, so YouTube's having a lot of wonkiness this week. It's been 4 straight days and counting that things have been going wrong. So my apologies if anything doesn't seem to be working right away. Yeah, it's life, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's life, I guess.
Now, back to what I was saying. So here's the deal. Last night we didn't do Stardew Valley. We did this 2-hour chill stream. That means Stardew Valley will now be delayed. So now let's talk about the schedule for the rest of this week so you guys know what to expect.
She's healing. Fuck you, bitch.
Today's React Day. We're gonna do this podcast, and then we're all gonna head over to
Order on
the
bench
reaction
to
to
my
weekly
master's
show,
will.
the person begins to end, okay? On the
Die!
side of the show, there's always a good variety of clips submitted. Can't wait to see what you guys have in store for this week. Remember, we have guaranteed clips we watch for Ultra members, and then we have clips that
It's gotta beg more.
Power!
we watch and the submissions list.
Still gotta beg some more.
20 something. I think there's 20 something videos in that list. So we'll go through the 9 or 10 videos of Ultra members, and then we'll go through that. We'll start in order. It's always a good time.
It's always a good time.
Join me for that. Perhaps we'd like to over there. So
Begging still. Stop with the begging.
now tonight, I'm very excited. Over on my DSP throwback channel, we're doing Retro React, a special stream where I'm watching an old playthrough of mine, and it's the continuation of Dark Souls 1. We're now actually getting into the best part. What do I mean by that?
Yeah, what do
We're
you
the
mean by
parts
that?
where I get cursed.
'Cause there's no good part.
I can't figure out how to cure the curse. It's driving me nuts. I'm going on the internet trying to find solutions.
So why is he hard selling him raging? That's so weird. I thought only trolls care about that shit.
I remember then we end up going back to the depths.
Right?
The depths are challenging, the bosses and everything stuff coming up. I think tonight will be a very good stream of Dark Souls 1. And then next week we're gonna finish it. We only have 2 weeks left for this retro reaction.
My
Finish
master
that original Dark
demands
Souls 1
perfection,
epic
and so
rage quit
he will
at
have
the end where I had enough and I threw the towel. In 2011,
The Legion of
this was one
Noctum
the
will be
incredibly rare
victorious.
times when I would have started a game and rage quit it and never continued. So rarity
Damn,
is
dude.
actually a historic thing for me. So long ago. So that's gonna be fun to watch.
Is it a historic
Back
thing
to
that he rage
tonight,
quit? Did I get that right?
5 p.m. Pacific time, over on Retro React. Let's all watch Dark Souls together.
Master Dracula.
The history, right? Now on Monday, we get back to full-time gaming. The first stream will be a level 1 podcast followed by Street Fighter 6 and Bison ranked matches. This time an entire 3+ hour session
Forgive
on
me.
my Victrix joystick, which I've only used on Friday night for a couple of hours. I'm excited to use it
Again,
more.
showing the
I like
fucking
using it on
joystick
Friday
off.
night. It felt like a really smooth joystick, great control,
no space for
ergonomic, doesn't get sticky and disgusting.
Sticky
like the
and
old
disgusting.
Combat did, and it has weird lights.
Wow, it has
Not
weird
that those affect
lights.
the gameplay, but it does. It
Whoa.
has lighting.
Whoa, it has
So maybe I'll
lighting.
change the lighting to a
Whoa.
color, and then I'll wear that color of outfit during the stream.
Whoa, he'll
okay?
wear that outfit of
So-
color. Whoa.
Monday, the return of the Victrix. I'm excited to use it more in Street Fighter 6.
Fucking piece of work.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
I must
You like my new
admit,
toy?
I want to carry that.
Then Monday
like my new
night,
toy?
That will be
That
the
will
Stardew
be-
Valley stream. And my apologies
That-
to those who were really looking forward
that
to
will
a Stardew
be-
Valley stream last night and it didn't happen. Listen, I get it, but at the same time, there was no way I was going to be able to pull off that stream last night with what had happened.
Oh my god, stop it.
So we'll continue on Monday night. And then Tuesday, another epic day.
Another
the
epic day.
conclusion of the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC where I take on and hopefully beat that final boss. And then
My
on the
bags
late
are
stream
filled.
that night, Riven Remastered continues. And apparently we're about to head into a really epic part.
Another
of Riven
epic part, huh?
Remastered, where there's going to be like another 4 hours of gameplay, and it doesn't make sense because there's very little left to do that I haven't done in the world yet. So obviously something is about to happen. Something's about to open up and be cool and interesting.
And
that we
be
need to
cool and
figure out.
interesting.
So
Oh my god. It's
we'll
got
find out what on Tuesday night. All right, so Wednesday will be my day off for this week. FYI, the week after, I don't really know the schedule yet. I don't know when my day off
Doesn't
will be
know
or
his
anything
schedule.
like that. But it's going to be a combination
My bags are
of
filled.
continuing with Street Fighter 6, starting up something new, and that's really what we need to get to the bottom of. What's the new thing going to be? And then on the night stream, it's going to be Stardew Valley and the conclusion of Riven Remastered. All right. And so the one thing that I'm committed to right now, we are bringing back Fallout 4. Because I
What?
want to finish it. We've
Oh,
got the rest of the
gross.
Cola DLC to do.
Gross.
We've got the
More Fallout
Automatron
4.
DLC, which isn't
Oh,
very long, it's an hour here.
gross.
And then we got the conclusion of the story, which again shouldn't be very long. It's about
Gross. I don't want to see that.
I only see
no space
Fallout
in my
4 maybe taking a week or two to beat, if that, depending on which streams we target. Do we do it as a day stream? Do we do it as a night stream? Okay? The question is, what are we going to balance with Street Fighter, Fallout 4, and Stardew Valley? We got to
bags
find
are
something.
filled.
And there's a lot of candidates. Candidate number 1, this new Path of the Goddess game coming out on the 19th on Game Pass. All right? I don't really know anything about it. I guess it's supposed to be a combination of like strategy and combat or something like that. I haven't played the demo, but it comes out on Game Pass on the 19th. Maybe we could do a stream to test it and see if anyone likes it. Do I like it? Do you like it? Is it something that's catching on? We play it once and it's kind of a dud, and then we never play it ever again.
He doesn't get support. That's what he's talking about.
Shortly, so likely we can test that out in 5 days, which would be what? Friday. Yeah. That's number one. Number two, we could try a brand new game like System Shock Remake, or Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, or Paper Mario
Luigi's
and the
Mansion.
Right? These are all these remakes that have recently come out.
You know,
that
games
I haven't
adults are really into,
paid
like
attention to, because they all came out right in the midst of
Paper Mario.
things.
There's no
So it could be a
space in
game
my
like that as
inventory.
well. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, guys. I've officially made the decision. It's not going to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Why? Because there's still 60 plus hours left in the game.
Oh
Yes,
my
I'm not
God.
exaggerating. We played for 20 hours, and the game is a minimum 80-hour game. I don't have 60 hours.
Dude.
To play the game in. I don't.
Oh.
1 month is not enough to play 60 hours of gameplay. Black Myth Wukong comes out August 20th. Within that next week is Star Wars Outlaws. And I think there's even another game too. Let me take a quick look, but I'm pretty sure that within that time frame. Yeah, here we go. So we've got Black Myth Wukong on the 20th, Visions of Mana on the 29th, Star Wars Outlaws on the 30th, Quidditch Champion September 3rd, Stalker 2 September 5th, Astrobot game September 6th, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 September 9th.
He's gonna
Dead
play
Rising
that?
Remastered September
It's a
18th,
co-op game with
Seventh Mickey
people.
Remake September 24th, Zelda Echo September 26th. I think you see my point,
What is this point?
right?
I don't
There's
see
no
what his
time.
point is.
The time for that game was back when it was new. And when it was new,
My bags are
no one
filled.
wanted it. I played 20 hours in, and I was consistently
Oh,
having
he's
to do
bitching
a
still.
day stream. People weren't showing up. The last stream of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth I did, we hit 201 viewers. For a daytime stream of a hot new release, we
It's
only had
you, man.
201
Don't you
viewers.
fucking get it, Phil?
Everyone
It's
in
you.
the chat was completely disengaged. No one was
It's
watching
literally
the
you,
game.
man.
People were talking about sports and other
How
topics,
dare they talk
which
about
aren't even
sports in my
topics
chat?
pertinent to me.
How dare they?
It's not even like, oh, people were off topic talking about other things about things I'd be interested in. They were literally talking about sports in the chat because they were so fucking bored by the game. Okay?
How dare people talk about sports in Phil's chat? How
So-
dare they?
That told me no one cares about this game, so I dropped it. I told you maybe I would bring it back. There literally hasn't been a time when there's been
There's been plenty
a
of time.
consensus that people
He's
feel like
playing.
the game
He's
should come
bringing back
And
Fallout
now we only have a
4.
month until non-stop new releases. Forget it.
Forget
I'm
it.
sorry,
I'm
Final
not playing.
Fantasy
Forget
VII
it.
Rebirth suffers the same fate as many other RPGs earlier this year. Too many of the same fucking thing in an incredibly short period of time. It's a victim of RPG overload.
God,
These
a
companies
victim
want
of
people to care about their
RPG
games.
overload.
They need to actually have some fucking awareness
way.
around them.
No way.
You're-
Shut
everyone
up.
is releasing
They need to have awareness.
time period. Within a 3-month period, no exaggeration, there was something like 8 lengthy RPGs released. No one has time for that shit, and no one's going to want to see
Plenty of
that
people have time,
that
Phil,
much
just not
time.
you.
That's 100%
Stupid moron.
blame on the public. They had no excuse. Why aren't the games coming out now? This summer that's dead. No, push them all out in fucking January, February, and March, and then they
Must make
all
room if I want
cut
to
into
carry
each other.
that.
They outright admitted Rebirth has sold poorly
I must make
compared to
room
the
if I want
first
to carry
one
that.
and compared to their sales expectations and what they expect from this franchise.
There is no space in my
So
inventory.
that's Final Fantasy 15 sold poorly compared to what they wanted, and now Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth has sold poorly compared to what they wanted.
Is
I
he
think Square
gloating
Enix
or
needs to go back
something?
to the drawing board and
Sounds like he's
reestablish what Final
gloating.
Fantasy needs to be, because at this point what they're doing is not working.
Oh my god.
Okay? Anyway, so yeah, I'm just
Bad opinion,
I'm not gonna
Brunel.
go back to it. Sorry, and it very well could have been one of the better games this year, but that's what happens, man. You
I will
can't just
take Brunel.
release within the same
That's what
window as
happens.
10 other games that are the same, and be middle of the pack and expect that you're gonna get anyone caring about your game.
Oh my
I'll be
god.
honest. I liked it at first. Then when we got to that second open world area, I realized it was all
I'll
the
be
same.
honest.
Like
I'll
all
be
the open world
honest.
content was identical to the first area, and I started to realize, oh no, this game made it long and a real slog.
He played 20 hours. He doesn't have enough, like, room to fucking even talk about this right now.
The people who played it, they told me that. They said, yeah, we're having these
People who played it, aka the
exact
Dents.
Same activities
AKA the dents who are in silver, giving him advice about Street Fighter.
You just do this kind of repetitive formula. The best part is the
I would
narrative
trust them too.
part,
Wouldn't
which
you?
is great, except that you have to get through that sludge to get through it. So it's really a way too long game for what it should be. There's people who outright told me they liked the game, but at hour 80 they didn't want to play it anymore. It's too long. So
At hour 80,
anyway,
I want to
No
play some.
space in my inventory.
yeah, what else can I say? There's no time for it. No one wants it. I guess I'm not going back. You know, sorry, but that's just what happens when there's.
Yeah, for the people asking, you're dumb. I don't care about you.
I think honestly, there's a burnout in the industry for it.
Burnout in the
Again, what
industry.
happens is, sadly, what they do is they oversaturate with the same kind of game,
No, they
right?
don't.
If it's battle royale, it's got to be everyone's doing a battle royale. Oh wait, now it's a team-based online shooter. Everyone's got to do a team-based online shooter. If it's zombie games, got to be zombie games. Oh, military
You
shooters,
play
it's gotta
all
be
of these
Battlefield,
games you're
Call of
shitting
Duty,
about,
10 others.
man.
They all follow fad.
You literally
Literally
fuck.
a fad right
no
now is
space
to try
in
to
my
make an open world RPG with an insane amount of content. You want to know when all this started? Witcher 3. Witcher 3 showed the industry how to do it, and every other company.
It wasn't
tried to copy
Skyrim,
Witcher
it
3.
wasn't Oblivion,
Some
it
good,
wasn't
some not so
Morrowind.
good. Right
What?
now, we just have too many. It doesn't even matter if they're good. There's too many of them.
Oh my fucking
So
god.
you can't enjoy them all. There's no way you could have enjoyed Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Persona 3 Reload. Final
Why would
Fantasy
you play
7
Persona 3 Reload? Why would you
Reload.
lump that up in
And
there?
then the other 7 that were in there that I don't even remember, because there was like another 2 to 3 major.
Why would
ones
you
just
lump
during
up
that time period.
JRPGs with
You know what I'm
massive
saying?
world
Like,
fucking
you just
open
can't
world
do it.
RPGs? What the fuck are you
You can't
doing,
just sit
man?
there and enjoy that many of the same kind of game. It's too much. It's industry overload.
Industry
so
overload.
It sucks because if Infinite Wealth hadn't come out, and if I also wasn't already playing Baldur's Gate,
Nobody
3,
gave a
which you
shit
guys
about Infinite
demanded I
Wealth.
played, likely I would have enjoyed 7, and you guys might have liked it more.
Oh my
But you're
God.
already seeing me play so many lengthy RPGs, it killed it. No one cared. You know what they say? Wrong place, wrong time.
What?
Right? In another place at another time, Rebirth might have done really well here. It did poorly, and what are you gonna do?
My god, dude. This is insane.
Anyway,
Anyways, right.
so I'm not bringing back Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah,
it's done.
suck my ass.
Okay.
Suck
so
it.
now, what do? We need to decide.
We,
okay? And
we.
quickly. Because like
We.
I said, when we beat
Homework.
Elden Ring on Tuesday,
Do it now.
I'm going to bring back Fallout 4, but then very quickly, we're also
There's no
going
space.
to go ahead and play. Turned off. Then we're going to go ahead and finish up Riven. And when Riven's done, we need another game. So we're going to do 2 games in the rotation. We've got Fallout 4.
Must make
We
room
need
for
another.
them to carry
And
that.
keep in mind,
Just
whatever
play
game
whatever
you
you
select
like, man.
has to be a game
Oh
that
my
can be played in
God.
about a month's time, balanced with the other stuff I'm doing. Because
to carry that.
August 20th is Black Myth Wukong, and then pretty much every week after that, there's another major release or more. But we need the time to be focused on those releases. You can't be stuck and inundated with 100 leftover games. Okay.
Leftover
so,
games.
what do you guys think? All right, I need your input on this. Now that I've put down my foot and decided no, it will
He
not
put down his
be
foot.
Final Fantasy VII. Should
My
it
bags
be
are filled.
Path of the Goddess? On Friday, should the daytime stream be Path of the Goddess and we give it a shot and see if it's any good? Because it's on Game Pass on Friday.
It's on Game Pass.
Or should it be a different game such as System Shock Remake, Luigi's Mansion 2 Remake, Super Mario Remake, another remake, or maybe remake, you know, because every fucking game's a remake now. You know?
Yeah, you're funny,
So
Phil.
let's talk
You're a
about
funny
it. We
guy.
gotta figure this out in the next few days. Basically, by the end of the streaming week, so we have today, Monday, and Tuesday to figure this out. Because I want to be able to know what I'm doing on Friday. Once we have finished up with Delta. Okay. Okay. Now, also, the party is coming up. The party is quickly approaching. Saturday,
gayest party of the
July
year.
27. Less than 2 weeks now. So the digital summer
Bring your
party.
Speedos.
All right. I guess the question is, what would you guys like to see me do for the digital summer party? We've already kind of locked in a few ideas.
Can I say it?
So, example, we'll probably do a little bit of Stardew
It
Valley.
involves
Chill.
rope.
We'll probably play a little bit of Street Fighter 6. Maybe I'll be drinking some
I'm just gonna be drinking. Good boy, Phil.
Right? Every time we use the characters on the Victory Stick. Some food, right?
Food?
Get some barbecue or something like that. I was strongly considering doing a tier maker because we haven't done a tier maker since Christmas. So that would be fun for variety. I think a tier maker stream. But is there anything else particularly you guys would like to see? You know, one of my ideas. No. Sorry, because my camera's a little crooked. I'm trying to. Trying to crooked it.
You're unfucking yourself, Phil. Good luck with that.
That's good. I'm centered. Yes. One of my ideas was Nintendo World Championship, which is this game that's coming out in a week, where it's a challenge run of all these classic NES games with these different things. So you're like, oh, can you complete this challenge, which is like survive and beat the stage in a certain amount of time, get a certain amount of coins, do this, do that.
Do challenge runs for money.
I think it would be pretty neat to put out challenges for me to do, and then people can vote in the chat.
Vote and
in
contribute.
Live polls if you guys think that I could do it or not, and then we could see who's right and who's wrong. Right? It'd be pretty fun. Like this.
Be pretty fun, guys. Be pretty fun.
So maybe that's something to do during it as well. All right. But if anyone has any other ideas, let me know. But that's what I'm thinking of doing in about 2 weeks' time. It's a great one-end event. I think everyone would enjoy it. I would. Okay. So that's coming up on the 27th. Now the other thing that we have to figure out, DSP Throwback, okay, is about to start a brand new playthrough of Dante's Inferno. That playthrough is only going to last 5 or 6 hours because that's all I recorded of Dante's Inferno. Because of the gore and nudity in it, YouTube wouldn't allow it back in the day. So I had to stop uploading it.
They did allow it, he just wasn't going to be able to make ads.
Those videos are lost to time. Now I can actually upload this remastered edition of the 6 hours I played of it for posterity purposes. So that's the next thing that I'll be uploading to DSP Throwback. After that, I'm going to be uploading
that word.
Media. For example, the Suicide Kings online co-op sessions that I did with John Rambo and others.
Rambo milking a human?
Suicide Kings series event. That's fun, chill content right there.
Fun and chill milking.
The travel vlogs, I think. There's actually a whole trip. I went to New York City in 2010 with John and Howard, and we documented it, and that was really fun.
John, my boyfriend John.
As well as other things. I have to figure out like what exactly is or is not on the internet right now. But there's New York Comic Con 2010, but I don't know if that's actually anywhere. There's some things from Blip TV, but I'm almost positive I re-uploaded most of them already. There's a very short Kung Fu Panda playthrough that's like 2-3 hours, so maybe something like that. So basically, I want to get all these missing videos up for posterity purposes.
Stop saying that.
That's going to be something that's going to be happening, but we need another playthrough because Fallout 3 is finished and LA Noire will be done within a couple of weeks. So we really need to hammer in what's the next playthrough that you guys would like to see coming in. And I'm debating various things.
For himself,
and I'm like, well, what
and
about
only
Assassin's Creed
attended
2?
by
That's
himself.
a huge classic from the early days as a YouTuber. Definitely seen that upscale, better quality, and put into better parts and thumbnails really, really beneficial. What about Dragon Age 2? That one's kind of pertinent because the new Dragon Age game is coming out later this year, so to remaster that playthrough might be fun. Or what about my original
I thought it was for posterity purposes, but he's lining them up for when other games come out.
That were done with a camera pointed at my TV, playing the PS2 versions of the game with all the music in it.
If it's for posterity, why don't you just upload it? It doesn't need to be an event.
Blocked or muted on YouTube, and you cannot watch those playthroughs in their entirety anymore because YouTube destroyed them.
YouTube destroyed them!
That's
oh my god.
A really cool idea. So
YouTube destroyed them, he says, without a hint of irony.
And I'm curious what you guys think about that. What is it that you'd like to see redone? All right, and I need your feedback. Does anyone have feedback, or do you have a better idea of what I'm coming up with here? Okay.
I think everybody could have pulled up a better idea than that, though. It's pretty sad just to milk your old content yet again.
Appreciate that because I really need some guidance on that channel moving
a
forward.
milked.
Okay. For the throwback react stuff.
Milking the milk.
We're gonna do Dark Souls for 2 weeks, then we're gonna go back to Mario and Sonic at the Olympics to coincide with the real life Olympics. After that, we made some PS
Posterity purposes, by the way.
React stuff from back in the day. I explored PS Home several times, so we may actually go through some of those, and then we'll see where else it takes us. What I'm excited for is later this year, once we get to like September, October, I'm gonna do Halloween themed stuff. So for the restoration purposes, we're gonna bring back.
Oh, restoration purposes now? It's no longer posterity?
That's gonna be really fun. And then
Did you drop the word,
I'm gonna actually be reacting probably to horror games that I played over the years. Maybe we could react to like some of my Resident Evil playthroughs and stuff like that from back in the day.
Reacting to himself, man. That's literally the worst thing you could be doing. The laziest thing you could be doing. Reacting to yourself.
Major game that I'm going
Not
to
only
be
once, but like a whole
restored.
fucking channel dedicated to it.
Cool. Guitar player said, what about
Cool.
Fallout New Vegas?
Cool, he says.
That's a good suggestion. The original Fallout New Vegas playthrough could be restored. The only thing I'll say about that, we just went through like 2+ months of Fallout 3. To follow up Fallout 3 with Fallout New Vegas.
Dude,
I think that maybe 2
you're
months
bringing
of
back
doing
Fallout
the same
4.
thing. By the end of Fallout 3, people weren't really watching the videos.
So he thinks this is the best time to bring out Fallout 4 again.
Right now, but it's still a good suggestion. We're probably in the future. Yeah, Fallout Mania ended in months. Exactly. You know. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's the agenda. That's what we're talking about today. I need your feedback.
I need the feedback, guys. I need it.
Leave a comment on this video or join one of my streams coming up. I would really like to hear all about your thoughts about this stuff soon. Okay? Cool.
Cool.
All right, let's do some shout outs. Right? So we start off
Right,
with
shout outs, right?
Merchant, who did a super chat and said, super chat test, hi Phil, I'm a new fan, cool shirt, real summer vibes. Yeah, I wear these shirts all spring and summer. These button
He's supposed to button it all the way up again.
It's a good thing to do. I feel like it's also the weather is so hot right now. It makes sense to do this, so thank you. And the second super chat said, would you consider a rhythm game like St. Max Respect on Game Pass? Sadly, any
Phil with a rhythm game? Are you kidding me right now?
I can't do. The streams would get shut down because YouTube would auto-detect the music and say, oh, you're using licensed content, and actually block the stream. And then the video after the fact would either get massively content ID claimed, I can't make any video, or worse than that, you could get music blocked, in case someone can really watch the video. So, when it comes to that kind of stuff,
It's a big old
sadly,
nope.
I can't really, do much, okay? But thank you.
Thank you for the chat, though. Thanks for the money, Grease
Funny,
Merchant.
'cause he very well can be making fun of me. His profile picture is my head upside down. Okay, then.
Okay, then you could be mocking me. I don't know. Maybe. Thanks for the money, though.
672 says he must be watching sports because it was a blown save and now he just lost $180, so he's out. Why are you leaving my chat because you lost $180 in a sports gambling event?
Because he can't keep tipping you, dumbass. Don't you get it?
Bring yourself into a stupor. You still do that on the stream. You don't have to leave the stream. You know that, right? 672, you can still stick around.
Yeah,
You
stick
don't have
around
to-
and keep tipping me while you're drunk as fuck. That's
Don't
okay.
do anything drastic.
Yeah, just
All right.
don't confess your love for me on stream. That's all.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
Sounds good.
thank you to the Grease Merchant for those 2 super chats. And so REEstream, I see what you're saying. You're saying it did charge you for a super chat for $10 and you tipped $10. The tip for $10 is going to shout out right now. The super chat I don't see. I hope it goes through. Again, this is like a YouTube side thing that I can't really control. So I don't know what to do with that. I apologize. I'm causing issues here with it. You know, that sucks, obviously. And hopefully it won't be that big of a deal here, or you get a refund. Alright? Okay, so now, as
Fucking
for
piece of
your
shit.
tip, yes, indeed, my first contribution to your tips today, a $10 tip from Dream Greens. Let's play a nice animation for you. No?
Disgusting pig.
From my veins, I rejuvenate.
And he
My
says, I want to
blood
thank
reserves
you.
run low.
Everything that you do, I've been watching you on demand for years.
Here we go.
Glad to catch the lives. Catch the lives. Oh, you probably mean to catch the lives. And I appreciate all that you do. Keep it up. Thank you.
No, he means catch the lives, doesn't catch the live streams, dumbass.
Very nice of you. Thank you for the kind
Stupid
words as well.
fuck.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
Excellent. Thanks for the
Reminder,
money.
everyone, anything that you contribute via this podcast
Oh my God.
actually will carry over to the React show.
This
where
is
I'm
the
about to
ultimate
do on
beg.
his
He does this
behalf.
every time.
Tips still count for that tips goal, the show. And as
But if you
know,
don't,
my-
if you give him money now,
my goal is $50 per
and you
stream.
don't give him money
So if
during
I
the
raise
stream, he's gonna
$50,
point it out. He's gonna be
consider
like,
it
all the money I
successful
made today was
if you
during the
like
pre-stream.
podcast,
What's going on?
support it.
What's going on?
Help out both this and
What's
the show
going on?
over there as well. Okay.
I thought you guys liked
Okay,
this.
so
I thought
guys,
you guys wanted
I
to watch
told
me
you this
play.
is gonna be a chill day, correct? So I'm done with the stuff I had to talk about. I'd love to give
I mean,
you
you said it was going to be a chill
but
day, but so
literally
far it's not
everything in
very
the news
chill.
is about what happened yesterday with Donald Trump. So rather than me sit here and talk about it, which I already did yesterday, and I've said everything I have to say, I would like to open up the chat to Q&A and
More Q&A?
feedback
No, stop.
on anything we just discussed. You have games you want to suggest for upcoming playthroughs, things to do and ideas to do for the summer event, the digital summer party, that is, or an idea for a throwback playthrough that should be restored on DSP Throwback. Let's discuss those now. Let's talk about that now in the next 20-30 minutes, and then we can head over to the React show. Fair enough?
That gross.
Hold That Thought says, do you have any old multiplayer videos of Halo or Call of Duty that can be restored? Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
the videos
dude.
that I
Oh,
would have
yeah.
recorded were only 30 frames per second or less because I was using my camera. Even though those games ran at 60 frames on Xbox 360, I would only have the lower frame rate stuff. But if we restore them, I could upgrade them to be 60 frames. Then again, the question is,
It's gonna
does
look like
anyone actually
shit.
care about old multiplayer?
It's going to look like
That's a good
absolute
question, you know.
horseshit.
You care about me playing a random session of Black Ops 1 from back in the day, or you know, what are the Modern Warfares or something? Does that appeal to you? Would you want to watch someone play the old Call of Duties?
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
I don't know. What a fucking moron. Yeah, take a sip. Take a
Well,
fucking
that
sip.
thought says I would like to see that. Clyde says yes. What do you guys think? I'll be honest with you. That's the first. I didn't even think of that. That wasn't even a thought in my mind. Do the multiplayer stuff. So if that's something appealing to people,
Watching him
should
one-way
be
talk
back.
shit to people who
to
can't hear
scour
him.
the hard drive.
That's great, right?
Right?
People would surely want to see that.
What about old fighting game stuff? What about Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix or Street Fighter 4 from back in the day? Because I have tons of that shit. I used to do tons of those sessions, and I could have those edited into 30-minute clips. They
Horrible.
used to be like 3-minute clips. Those could be 30-minute clips.
30
tons of
minutes?
matches.
Oh
Like,
my
it could be a
God,
giant
whoa.
Madness session.
A madness
DJ
session.
Madness, Blanca Madness, you know, and it's one character feature, and it's the visuals improved, upscaled,
my
and all
God.
of that. I could do stuff like that. Green says, I would like to see some old horror games re-upload. These are good suggestions.
Great suggestions, right?
I'd have to go back and look. How about, okay, so my oldest playthrough, Resident Evil 5, one of my oldest playthroughs of Resident Evil ever, my original Resident Evil 5 playthrough, perhaps? What you say about my Malele? Anyone remember that?
No.
Probably not. Probably none of you remember that. That was
No.
one of my on-the-cuff commentary things that was meme-
That's so
memeable,
funny.
and a lot of people
Meh,
even
that's
came-
so
it
funny.
became a meme for a while.
Wow, that's so
That was
funny,
big on
guys. He
YouTube
said
at the
meme.
time doing
That's so
gaming.
funny. Wow.
Okay, this is all good suggestion. I think so. I'm thinking old multiplayer stuff. Like I could go back and find Dan Madness, right, and do a whole giant
Stop.
video compilation, Dan Madness, me playing Dan, and put it in parts. Of me playing Dan in like Street Fighter 4 and beating people with Dan, upscaled, you know, better frame rate than the 30
Was he
frames
saying
I
Dan
recorded
like
it
that?
at.
Dan.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I could go play Dan. Right? It'd be cool. Me playing
You'd like
Dan.
to see me play Splatoon 3, great, but that's really not in the agenda right now. I don't really care about Splatoon 3.
No, my God. He doesn't care, so
I
fuck
did
you.
Buy it and play it. No one
Regular
cared. Don't
would
you
be
remember?
great blood
I
rest.
bought it and played it, and no one cared. I actually was liking it, and my audience told me, stop playing this game. It's boring as dirt. We don't like it. So I stopped playing it.
Of course he did.
I tried it. It didn't work.
He didn't get money, stupid.
I've never played Clive Barker's Jericho. No, I have not. That's one that I never dabbled in.
Never
Perhaps
dabbled
that's
into
one,
Jericho.
If it's available somewhere to actually be played for a future event, maybe for a Halloween marathon this year. If it is available, I don't know about it. I don't know the specifics about it. Oh, you didn't? You weren't? I see. So this person said, who suggested Splatoon 3 says, I don't think I was subscribed to your channel at the time. What was it, 2 years ago? 2 summers ago? Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. I was enjoying it. I'll be honest, it was very similar to Splatoon 2, but I was liking some of the new elements and weapons and the like. Within like a couple sessions, I think it was 2-3 sessions of playing it, my audience literally on the street said, just stop. They're like, we understand you like the game. It's not working. It's boring to watch. Too repetitive. It's too samey.
Samey.
We're not liking it. Do something else. So I did. I dropped it. And it sucked because I bought the game with the intention of putting out a lot of content, and I only played it like 2-3 times, and that was it.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Like, of course, Dan says, but that's just like Street Fighter. Yes, that's true. But Street
Yes,
Fighter is
so?
different. Street Fighter's competitive.
So?
Street Fighter has a whole viewership and community that's supporting. I have a history with Street Fighter.
Oh my God.
Growing up having played it.
Has
I
a
don't
history.
Have a history having growing up playing Splatoon competitively. Right? So it's a little
Right?
different.
Stupid.
It's definitely a different situation.
Right? You're stupid. Thanks for the money, though.
Princess Peach Showdown, you know, I was interested in Princess Peach Showdown when it was announced. And then I played Super Mario Wonder, and I loved it and thought it was a super good Mario game. And again, the audience disconnected and didn't really like it that much. I think what it is my audience is
Keeps
older.
blaming his
like me,
fucking
and they're wanting
fan
to see a
base.
certain kind of game or a certain kind of situation. And I don't think that my audience, sadly, is in the same vein as me when it comes to certain games. You know, I grew up playing Mario, so anything that's first-party Mario, I end up liking. Princess Peach, a platformer starring Princess Peach, sounds great to me, and I don't think people really care.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know what to say. I wish that my audience was connected with me on certain things. They're just not, you know. Right now, I would love to drop everything and play Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster.
Seriously,
no one would
gross.
watch it, and everyone would
Why the
complain,
fuck
"What
would
am I
you do
doing?"
that?
Right?
Stupid. Stupid. That was
Oh,
really
excuse
dumb.
me. Sorry about
That's a
that.
terrible comment. Phil.
Abella,
Horrible.
I hate to tell you this. What you're mentioning is completely false.
Oh my
Abella
God.
says, I don't think there was RPG burnout. People were engaged with other streamers when they played games like Persona and Final Fantasy VII like Maximilian Dude. No, people were engaged with Maximilian Dude because he's popular.
Oh my God.
You
Here we
understand
go
that?
with the fucking cope.
Popular streamers get engaged with no matter what they do.
Cope,
Maximilian
cope,
Dude
cope,
could
cope,
literally
cope.
have an entire stream picking his nose, and he'd get tons
Like
of
you,
views.
Phil?
He
Picking
could
his
take
nose
a
like you?
shit live on
Oh,
stream.
here we go with the scat.
And people would like it. And
The
give him
fucking
money
scat talk,
because
man.
He's Maximilian Dude.
The
You
scat
understand
talk,
that? And that's
always.
not actually talking shit about him in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, sure it's not.
He's hit that level of internet popularity that people like him for who he is. Right? So
That's
it
a
doesn't
bad
matter
thing?
what he does, they're gonna watch him play.
So
shit,
that's a bad thing.
Right? It doesn't matter
Right?
for me.
That's
I
a
don't
bad
have
thing?
that level of popularity. Sorry.
He's
you
popular,
know?
so
I
that's
actually
bad?
Have
Huh?
to find things that are a balance between
Huh?
something I like, something the
Huh?
audience likes, and something that's gonna jive and continue to have viewership. Right? I don't get that with every game. I wish I used to have that level of clout. I used to be
Oh
able to
my
sit here on
God.
YouTube before I even was a streamer. I used to be able to sit here on YouTube and play any game I wanted. It could be a game no one ever heard of, and people would like the playthrough and give it tons of views. But I haven't been in that level of popularity for a decade, so I don't have that luxury anymore. You know, it has nothing to do with what you're saying. When you quote, oh, well, this popular streamer had no problem playing those games, because they're a popular streamer. once you get to that level of popularity, you're popular just because
So
you're
jealous,
popular.
man.
Get it?
So
That's
fucking
how
jealous.
the YouTube algorithm works. You get to that level, you stay that level. Unless there's a scandal or unless your work ethic falls off or something, you're gonna stay up there. That's how it works, right?
It's funny, Phil. Unless your work ethic crumbles, kind of like what happened to you, right? Phil? 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 Hello? Phil? It's kind of like you, right? Phil? Hello? Phil?
That's right. Clyde's right. People used to watch me purposefully cook bad food.
Purposefully?
Tens of thousands of views on
Purposefully,
a video of
he
me
says
making
now.
bad food on purpose.
On purpose! No, it
Right?
wasn't on purpose. He's trying to retcon. Don't let him
Now I
retcon.
get 300 views.
Don't let him
on an
retcon
average
this.
video.
Don't
So
let him
I'm not
retcon
at
this
the
shit.
same level
On
as
purpose is
Maximilian
bullshit.
Dude, so I can't just play whatever I want.
That's 100% bullshit, Phil. 100% bullshit.
All right. Sorry, but I have to do something here publicly today.
Oh, God.
BITW awesome. Listen, you're a longtime viewer, and you comment on a lot of videos, and you actually are a very positive part of certain streams. But you also say the weirdest fucking shit, and particularly you say a lot about my wife, and I've had enough. You have to fucking stop right now. I'm saying it now publicly in front of everyone here, and now, of course, this will be clipped and go viral.
Of course it will.
You're a weirdo when it comes to talking about my fucking wife.
What?
No one wants to see you on every video say romance Catherine.
Dude, he's there. He's the
No one wants to see
first
you say in the
person.
chat like Catherine will get jealous of Princess Peach. You're fucked in the head, dude. My
Dude,
wife isn't like that. She doesn't know who you are or what the fuck you're talking about. You have to
what?
shut the fuck up about my wife.
Shut the
You're
fuck up
obviously
about my wife,
obsessed
he
with
says.
her, and you need to stop. He says, I'll just make more accounts, and I will ban every one of them.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't care. You can make 5,000 accounts. I'll ban 5,001. If
Dude.
you don't behave, I'm going to fucking remove you.
If you
You're
don't
creepy,
behave,
dude.
you're
And it's
creepy,
weird 'cause
says.
sometimes you're actually very positive when it comes to certain playthroughs, and then other times you're the biggest fucking creep. You have to
God,
understand
dude.
there's a line that's drawn, and you're crossing
This is
the line
insane,
when you're talking
man.
about my wife.
This
so
is
I'm gonna publicly
insanity.
say it now. Shut the fuck up about my wife. If you put
Shut the
her
fuck
name
up
in
and
your
eat it.
mouth again, I'm going to permanently ban you every fucking time I see you on site.
Shut the fuck up and
So
eat it.
shut up. Shut the fuck up. This guy is fucking weird as
Shut
shit.
the fuck up and
Wow. Well
How
then.
about this? How about you publicly apologize?
Oh,
right now
here
for
we
your
go with the
behavior,
apology
And
fetish.
then we can say, this is water under the bridge.
The apology
I
fetish
admit
comes
I've been
out.
really creepy and weird for years. This is now water under the bridge, and we'll just move on positively.
Oh my
But if you're gonna
god, the
continue
apology
the
fetish
awful
comes out.
behavior, I'm going to fucking remove you.
Dude, this is
And I have to do this
glorious.
publicly because people see this every day on my streams. They see it every day in my video comments, and they look at it. They say, "What the fuck? You guys don't even know. This guy leaves endless amounts of comments on my videos that I delete. Gross shit about my wife." I'm like, "What the fuck are you saying, you fucking weirdo? How do you not understand that's crossing the line? I don't get it. How do you not know that?"
I dare you talk about my fucking wife. Wow, dude. Wow.
Black Rose X Dragon, thank you for a super chat. I miss cooking with the king, and DSP tries it. It saved me from nasty foods. Oh yeah, I mean, I tried all the nasty foods. Holy shit. DSP tries it. I was eating every bad
He's
thing.
definitely
correct?
tried all the nasty foods. Because he is nasty as fuck,
So I
right?
hear ya, but you know, it basically came down to two things. Number one, I was getting too old for it, and I really shouldn't have been eating fast food every week like that.
What?
Now I almost never eat fast food.
He's such a liar.
Probably in a 6-month period, I'll actually eat like McDonald's or Burger King twice.
Yeah,
Back
as
then, it
if.
was like once a
As
week,
if, dude.
okay?
As if, dude.
But in addition, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
burp some more.
What happened was, the series dwindled in popularity. Waned or dwindled, and I turned it into Dwayne, apparently.
Good job, Phil.
And because of that, I was going out and buying a meal. The meal would be like, you know, the whole combo meal, and it would cost me like 15 bucks. And I would put out the DSP tries it. The video would get like 2,000-3,000 views, and it would make me $5. So
Come
I was
on.
actually spending
Come on.
a
Why are you
ton of
lying
money
again?
on the meal, and the video wouldn't even make the money back for the meal. And I was like, why am I eating bad food
Bad food.
while I'm also
Why do you say it like that?
spending more money than I'm making on the video? It made no sense. So that's why I retired the series.
Damn, Phil. Damn.
I know, I said Dwayne.
Yeah, because you're fucking stupid, Phil. I'm so
You
stupid.
just got Dwayne. You both dwindled and waned at the same time. Here we go again. This meme about it costs 40 bucks to make a lasagna. What is that, a wings meme? Again, I could see if you're making a big lasagna in a big ass pan and you're making enough for like tons of meals, it could cost 40 bucks because you gotta get the pasta. That's not expensive. You gotta get fresh ricotta cheese.
Ricotta
You
cheese?
gotta get
Why do
all
you
the
say it
cheese.
like that?
could be
Ricotta?
upwards if it's giant. It could be
Ricotta
5-10 bucks for the
cheese?
cheese
I've
alone.
never had ricotta
And then you gotta
cheese.
get meat, and you gotta
Meat?
fry it up and grind it and season it. That could be anywhere between $5 or $10.
Gotta get the
just for
meat?
Then you
$5 and
gotta buy
$10 just for the
sauce,
meat.
and
Dude,
a
the
jar
meat's the
of
most
sauce
expensive
costs like
part.
$5, but what if you gotta get 2?
What do you mean
So that
$5?
could-
It's not
yeah,
$5 for a
big
jar of
lasagna,
sauce.
If it's big, and you're making enough for multiple meals and portions, like let's say you're making a 9 to 12 portion plate of lasagna, it could actually cost 40 bucks.
Yeah, but it's also gonna last
I
you like
see
3
that.
days. It's
But it
enough food
depends.
for like
Obviously, if you're saying
fucking
it's
4
a little
people
lasagna
for like
40 bucks,
2
I wouldn't
whole
really spend the
days.
money, I don't know.
Wink's gonna eat it in one fucking sitting for sure, but I
Wings
mean
lied
a
about
regular
making
person,
lasagna?
no.
Well, that's awful. That's absolutely awful. I'm sorry to hear that he would lie to you about making lasagna. Terrible.
Yeah, terrible indeed, dude. Terrible indeed. I'm so funny. Yes, take a fucking sip. Fucking animal.
I don't know if Boogie lied about cancer. I don't care. Would you like me to officially say something about it? So
Yes.
about a year and a half ago, I think it was, Boogie announced on social media and then on his YouTube page that he had some kind of a rare cancer and that basically it was going to take years, but he probably would die from it. And actually when that happened, I heard about it, and I personally, this was before we had any grudge or beef between us or anything, and I actually
Moron.
reached out to him via a DM on Twitter, and I said, I'm sorry to hear about this. I wish you the best. I know you'll get through it. You know, you got my support, basically.
So you sucked his
I wanted to be
dick?
nice to the guy.
Okay,
When
and?
someone's going through something like that, just to hear someone say something like that can actually be very helpful, right? And at the time, he was nice. He came back to me, and we had like a very little short conversation about stuff. And at that point, because again, this was before any of the
enjoyed
drama
my
with
humble
Keemstar or
shop.
anything like that, he said to me he wanted to have me on one of his shows. Like, he'd always wanted to interview me and make some content along with me. And I
Make
said,
some content
"I
with
would
you. That's
consider
pretty
it.
sus.
Sure, I would consider being on your show. Let's talk. Maybe we'll have some details about talking about it. But again, this was years ago.
Yeah, we'll have
This
some
was,
details about
a year
talking
and a
about it.
half, Probably like
Welcome,
fall of
stranger.
2022, something like that is when that happened. Whenever he made the announcement.
Oh, dude, we can
that's when
buy
this
the pieces we
conversation took
need.
place. Okay?
Confusio.
And now you guys have known, you know, what else.
We can buy the
It's
leggings. We
happening.
need 48. Oh, we're
Since
missing
then,
one
of the
silver?
drama
Fuck
with
off.
Keemstar, the drama with, he wants
Are
to
you
have-
serious?
wants
I'm
to do a
missing
podcast.
one
He
silver.
reaches out to me, saying he wants to do a podcast with me. Then he backs out of the podcast and blames me for not wanting to be on a show with Keemstar. And then he uses the show to make multiple episodes about me in a negative way. I literally haven't done anything negative about Boogie whatsoever. I don't know why he would do that besides personal gain. So sadly, I have to say,
Boogie,
it
stupid
seemed like
moron.
the
Of course it's
impression that I
personal gain.
had about Boogie was wrong. I thought that he was a nice guy. He was just in a bad time in his life. I thought that maybe giving him some nice support or whatever.
Just need to find one silver.
would be nice.
I'll leave
You
you
know what
guys
I'm
alone
saying?
if you can give me one silver.
But then, all of a sudden, when it benefits him, he decides to make me his mortal enemy. From what I'm to understand, on multiple times, he's talked shit about me. I don't know, because I don't watch any of the filth.
Any of the
That
filth?
toxic stuff
Oh
ever. I
my
would never
god.
watch it. So I would never know what he said about me.
You would never know.
But it's like, dude, I've never addressed this guy. I've never publicly really said much about him besides the fact that we were talking about maybe doing a podcast together. Like, that was it. That was the only thing I ever really said
Damn, Phil. You suck. You really do.
about that guy. Yeah, apparently there's been entire episodes of the show where he and others are just slamming me
Slamming him.
about complete nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Not even like pertinent stuff. It's just the same old memes, the same old toxic shit that everyone regurgitates that is not true or pertinent at all. They just repeat the same memes like parrots, like sheep, because they have nothing else to say. They just say the same shit over and over. Makes them feel good about themselves to try to bring themselves down, which is absolutely pathetic. It's what a bully does,
Oh
right?
my god, what bullies
So,
do.
Yeah, I mean,
Phil's being bullied.
That's all I know
Poor guy.
about the situation. Now, you guys are saying, you've been telling me for days, oh, now, you know, he's apparently it's been revealed that he's lied about cancer and all kinds of shit. I don't know. But all I can say is this. Someone like that, all right, it seems to me like someone like Boogie is someone who is destined to keep making the same mistakes. He never learns, right? So, if there's
That's so
already a
ironic
track
coming
record
from him.
history of him
It's so
habitually
fucking ironic.
lying for personal gain, he will probably continue to lie for personal gain forever, correct? Like, there's been no actual effort to change. If this guy knows that he is medically bad because of his health, then why doesn't he think to change it and improve it? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like he'll always be like that. So, if that's the situation, and he lied about cancer and he lied about a million other things, I guess that's just who he is, and people either accept that or you move on. I don't
Why
even
would you
understand
accept
why people
that?
talk about it. Like, why? Here's the truth. If you actually feel that that person is like that, then why do you care and why do you continue to talk about them or watch them? Just
Because they're a
ignore them.
disgrace.
If
No, you
know
don't
this is
just
a person
ignore the
all
filth,
they do
Phil.
is habitually lie about everything.
Oh my god, he's gonna bring it back over to him.
And just
It's like,
ignore
people
them,
don't
and
like me,
will
but
fade
they
away.
should
They
just
will
leave me
disappear.
alone.
Don't give them views. Don't give them attention. Just let them do their thing and fade into obscurity and then disappear from YouTube. Correct? Well, you know, because the truth is, if there's value in what the content that the person makes, then people will still go back for the value they're finding. If there's no value, if the only value is they're a lolcow, well, just ignore them.
No.
And then they will vanish, and you can focus on other positive things.
No, why would we
You
just
know,
ignore them?
like,
Fuck you.
I just don't understand why people care about this so much. How is this a big topic of debate?
'Cause it's
Oh,
like
try to
real
lie
life
about
fucking
things,
Jerry
try to
Springer,
lie
man.
about
What are you talking about?
The scam about cryptocurrency or this or that. Who cares?
I care.
You already
Plenty
know
of people
the guy's
care.
a habitual liar. You know that he turns on you on a whim for personal gain. How is this a story? Why are there people making videos that are getting millions of views about this topic?
Oh my
How
god,
is
jealousy
this-
again.
Who cares? I don't care. I don't give two fucks about this guy.
I'm Darksyde Phil, I don't
Learn
care.
about me,
Why? What do you
said
care?
A bunch of nasty things about me when I was
Here we
trying
go,
to
it's
do
back
nothing
to
but
him.
nice to him. My only interactions with him were nice things.
Oh my
and
god.
Trying to be on a podcast with him because he offered it. That's it. And then my hands were off. I was like, okay, whatever. Everything else is on his end. And literally is a track record of negative shit he said, so why would I give a hell about that? Listen, I'm busy, man. I don't got time to waste
He's
on
busy.
that shit.
He's
I
a
got
busy
my own
man.
Stuff I'm doing.
Got a family?
My own projects,
Got
my
a
own
cat?
content, my own family to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. His own family to deal with.
Nonsense. Fuck that. I don't have to waste my time on your drama. Get the fuck out of my
His own
life,
family to
you know?
deal with.
So yeah, I just
Cats are
I don't
hard to handle, man.
understand-
What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
even understand why this is a topic. I don't understand. If you already knew this is how the guy was, why didn't you want him on a podcast to begin with? If you knew every word out of his mouth was gonna be a lie, right?
Weren't you the one who was talking about going on his podcast?
Oh, big news. Habitual bank robber has robbed a bank. Oh my god, front page news. No, they've robbed the bank 10 times before. Why is this a big drama thing right now? Like, why does anyone care? Why does anyone... Shocker, right?
Shocker.
What are you talking about? I agree. The Dr. Disrespect drama coverage is different than Boogie drama. Here's why. The Dr. Disrespect story was shocking when it happened years ago.
Shocking.
And we never had an answer for what happened between him and Twitch. When the answer came out, it was shocking. 'Cause
Shocking.
No one suspected that's actually what had happened behind the scenes. That's completely different
Shocking.
than everyone else saying, well, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar. Yeah, we got that 7 times before. We didn't need to know. We don't have to talk about it again.
Yeah, but people
Right.
who fake
So-
cancer do get fucked, and that's just
It's
what it
different.
is.
It's definitely a different situation.
That's why people are talking about it, because you don't go around faking cancer. That's the whole reason.
I'm
how
very
he doesn't
well aware
get
of that,
this
but
is
we're not
just
talking about
insane.
that today. I already said my piece about that last night. That's why I did the video.
Oh my god, here we go.
I don't want to derail my stuff with that today.
Doesn't want to derail and talk about the Trump thing, because he already spent 5 minutes talking about it yesterday. Look at that face, man. That stupid fucking face.
Oh, I don't believe that at all. No other YouTuber ever lied about cancer before. I don't believe that at all. I believe it's happened before, or at least about an illness, right?
About an
About,
illness.
you know, wasn't there infamously a streamer who always said they were disabled, and then come to find out they got caught standing up out of their wheelchair, and it was all a sham or something? So similar stuff has happened before. This is not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all, guys. You just leave Boogie alone.
Yeah, Radical Jaws, I don't know how to help you there unless you want to look up resources on the internet of what to do. He says a baby bird fell out of a tree during a storm. He doesn't know what to do. You could look it up online if you want to bring it in and try to take care of it, or if there's a shelter nearby that would raise it. If not, sadly, you got to let nature take its course, man. I don't know what else to say. Derek, how are you? Welcome.
That bird could be his sud, you edible. Stiffiest figures. Gross. So fucking stupid when he reads like that. He gave up because nobody's talking to him. Look, he's pissed. He's getting angrier by the second. Look at him. Yeah, he's getting angrier
Boy,
by
did
the
I
second.
dodge bullets this year. Holy moly, guys. Like, seriously. Not being involved in any of this drama shit with these lolcow people. Not doing
Oh, we
the
still talk about this.
documentary. You know, I'll say this now. Well, ask me. I have not had any contact with Mike since like February of this year. Where we kind of left it was Mike was going to go off and do other work and other projects, and he was going to cycle back and talk to me at some point about the possibility of me doing the documentary in the future. And we kind of left the door open there, and I said I don't want to do it now, right? And then what happened is, after it was off, we canceled the documentary. It came out that his next documentary was going to be on that EDP guy, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You did a documentary on Boogie. You wanted to do a documentary on me, which you said was going to be an honest, but going to have positivity in there too. It
Positivity.
wasn't gonna be a doom and gloom documentary like Boogie's.
Oh
But
my
then
God.
you say your next documentary is going to be about a guy who is an accused pedophile.
Like you?
Evidence of possible wrongdoing, right? Do you not understand how bad that association is? And I outright said here on my streams, no, there was no way I was going to
Said it on his streams, so.
with Mike when he's doing documentaries on the fucking charity case Boogie sob story and then a fucking accused pedophile. Like, what the fuck is this? Of all the things, like, why would I want to be associated in a sandwich between that shit, right?
'Cause you're a
So
fucking
I feel like I
lolcow?
did dodge a bullet there, but if I did have a documentary, it probably would have been associated with, even if the documentary wasn't even that bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had some negative, but it had some positive, and overall, it was a complete picture of who I am. I still think people would say, oh, it's that guy with, associated with EDP. And I would have been like, what? How am I associated with EDP? No, I'm not. Right? So, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, has anyone heard about anything Mike Plum is doing right now? I mean, guys, it's July.
The human mind.
He hasn't done
bends
anything this year at all. He hasn't released anything. To my knowledge, he's working on multiple projects and things.
to our minds.
You know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be working on multiple documentaries. The EDP was one of them. Nothing has come out at all. It's like, wonder what happened there. I haven't heard from him. Like I said, I was supposed to basically like cycle back and forth with him probably
Cool.
around the summer. And
Nice.
go from there, but
So I was able to instantly transport a charmed person to the
yeah,
jail.
Super Silence says I still think there needs to be a
And it's a
documentary aside from
97%
the
too.
downfall of ESP out there. No, and you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. And I think that eventually it will happen. But I think that I'm on the right course now. I think the only way that you can get a fair documentary about me would be that I have several years where I show that I'm not involved in drama, I'm not involved in any of this toxic shit. I've made an honest effort to change and improve and be
Oh
a
my
positive
God, this
person.
guy.
I stay disassociated from any of the nonsense.
Oh my God,
Then
this
you can
guy.
say, okay, listen, in his past, there was all this bullshit. But take a look at the last few years of all this effort to make this positive content.
The guy who has a quote-unquote 15, 16-year legacy doesn't want you to look at his old stories.
For who he is, and he's not hurting anyone.
Like, he doesn't want
That's
you
the
to
epilogue of the story,
learn about what
right?
happened
You need to have
to
that
him
epilogue
before
in
he
order to
quote-unquote
have the fair
changed.
documentary. So that's what I mean. It's like right now to do a documentary doesn't even make sense because I'm in that phase right now. I'm kind of in that phase of transition to positive.
Still in the
content,
phase
even
of
though it means I'm not
you know.
popular. At least I'm happy and successful for the stature that I have, which is
Very
small,
happy and successful.
Still respectable. The
My
fact that I make a
bags are
living doing it,
filled.
right? The thing, I have no intention of having any kind of giant stature of growth. I just don't. I like who I am and where I am.
He likes the
Maybe
money
every
he's
once in a
getting.
while a video will
He doesn't
go
mind
viral or
begging.
whatever, but it's not a big deal to me at all.
If your entire business model hinges on one person, one freak, called OIC, I would be fucking scared. I'd be
Yeah,
ashamed.
Hunter the DJ, see, here's the thing. He says, I saw an episode of Mr. Beast, 50 YouTubers competed for cash and prizes. I would say, I'm not sure I'd want to participate in that kind of a contest. You're in a good place already.
There is no
Back in the
space in my
day,
inventory.
if you want
Wow.
evidence that I never had intentions to blow up and be big,
What?
okay? Back in the day when I actually was at the height of my popularity on YouTube, I was getting offers from reality shows. They wanted to meet me to be on that Ultimate Gamer show. because they felt that I was a big personality on YouTube and I was gonna.
The show that got canceled after like
thought I was
2
already
episodes or
started.
3 episodes.
Yeah,
That
you know,
show?
I was making variety content
That
for
show.
others, and they thought I would be a perfect fit.
Wow,
I said,
Phil.
No, I don't want
You know who was on that show? LTG. LTG was on that show.
Content for YouTube. That's all I care about. Like being here for my audience and enjoying
Fucking
games. I don't wanna be a
LTG.
celebrity. I don't. You know what I mean? And then, guess what they got in place of me? Justin Wong. He was the one who went on Ultimate Gamer in place of me because they wanted someone who was in fighting games. So they picked him. That's what I mean. Like, I had many opportunities over the years, offers and shit, companies and shit. I just know. I don't want them. I never took the bag, and I never
the bag.
received popularity, which is what sadly most people did. They all did that. Whenever they had the opportunity, they always
People
took it,
took
no matter
money?
what, you know?
How
Take it,
horrible.
Take it, grow.
People
No matter what,
want
doesn't matter
money?
what you
How
sacrifice,
horrible
doesn't
of them.
matter how you
Please tip
change,
me.
Just keep going, you know. I don't care. I never cared about any of that. I never wanted to be like that. I'm happy where I am.
That's such bullshit. Your revenue is from your audience. Why would you not grow your audience? Your whole life depends on the money you're able to squeeze out of them.
What's wrong with taking opportunity and growing?
Yeah.
Because it changes you.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. If you're an asshole at first, you're gonna be an asshole when you're rich.
Accept.
I will do as the light
And
demands.
it's not something that you are. It's not part of who you are, right? Like when I came into YouTube, I didn't
Here we
come into
go.
YouTube to be popular.
Oh my
I didn't come
God.
into YouTube to make money. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I even monetized a single one. I didn't make a dime on it.
God, Phil,
Right?
stop this.
I never had intention of trying to turn this into a job. I just
You never
thought
had
it
the
was a hobby.
intention? What?
So when it became my job because I got laid off, it was shocking. It was a lifestyle change for me.
Dude,
And then,
he's lying so
even then, I was
much.
like, I saw other people around me who were basically doing everything that I disagreed with in life. Toby Turner taking
Doing
ad
so
campaigns
much.
to advertise Madden.
Lying
He's
so
never
bad.
fucking played Madden in his life,
Oh.
but here he is advertising Madden on YouTube, and his ads that advertise his gaming channel are showing up on my gaming video.
How dare they?
It's 100% morally wrong.
Morally
Not legally
wrong.
but it's morally wrong. So I see shit like that.
Morally
People taking the
wrong.
opportunity to make a quick buck, and I hate it. And it drives me
No,
fucking nuts.
the beggar
I'm not-
has no
I hate to say it because
morals.
a lot of people don't seem to understand. I'm not a money-motivated person. As much
What?
as money would help out my life situation, I'm definitely not a money-motivated person. I'm
What?
a morals-motivated person.
What?
So because of that, there's a lot of things that I've turned down, and I've been very different from others. Probably comes from being raised Roman Catholic.
Oh no,
having
not
those
this
moral
again.
values instilled in me.
Oh
That's how I
no.
kind of live my life. So I'm not gonna be
Raised
taking
Roman
every
Catholic
advantage or jumping
Burnell.
on every little thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm only gonna do what I feel
Look
is
at
right
his
for me and my
face.
audience, and that has essentially meant
Oh,
declining
fuck.
and becoming the whipping boy for a bunch of bullies on the internet because I didn't take those opportunities. I guess some people think that you know, yeah, because he didn't do all those things back in the day to become big, that he's a joke.
You are a joke,
What?
but that's not the
Because I
reason.
stayed true to myself,
No,
I didn't
that's
sell
not the
out, I
reason.
haven't changed.
What do you mean change yourself? You're going on this thing about you being fucking different now.
Okay, if you say so.
What do you mean being true to yourself? You're literally not being true to yourself now, and you're bragging about having to do it and being different now. How does he... Look at his face, like he doesn't realize at all how fucking stupid he sounds. At all, 0%. Like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Welcome, stranger.
I drink air and breathe in water. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Dude, you can unlock a whip. That's fucking nuts.
This guy's an idiot.
This guy's an
I
idiot.
love how people always take what I say and spin it into some weirdo thing for their own personal situation, or you know.
Come on, Phil.
Like, what are you talking about?
What are you
I
talking
literally
about?
Never said anything like that. So, just fuck off.
Just fuck off. And of course, when I come to the store to buy stuff finally that I have
Okay. Anything
enough
else,
silver,
guys? Any other topics to discuss today?
the store alternated
Anything else pertinent,
the stock, so
before we jump over
it's no
to
longer
the
available.
react show,
Welcome,
we do have to get over
stranger.
to the react show in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. That's right, I was a vampire all along. We're gonna go all the way here, but we're actually gonna drop by there first. Ow. Ow.
Well, that's good to hear, Radical Jaws. I hope the bird makes it. Well, thanks
His,
to those who chilled
morals
with me
are
here today.
kicking in.
Thanks to the few who supported early.
The few who
I appreciate that very
supported.
much. Like I said, that will count towards the react show. We're gonna scoot over there now.
I would never
How am I
say
liking
the
Bison
few
compared to
who
Blanca?
supported.
It's
That's
different.
literally
You know,
implying
Blanca,
like, oh, I only
he's
got a
kind of an
few. I
oddball
only got a
character.
couple, right?
And
No, you say thank you to
Basically, Blanca has
those or
strengths and
thank you
weaknesses.
to
Blanca's
everyone. You don't say
strengths-
thank you to the few.
great anti-air game.
Fucking
Anyone
moron.
jumps, you
Absolutely
basically get
fucking
insane
disgusting.
punish.
By the way, this is the
Pretty
guy
much
who's
almost
apparently
for
raised
free
on
against most characters, and
what is it?
doesn't really worry too much
Roman
about
Catholic
the whole rush down deal
morals?
because he has his own kind of tactics to get around it. So basically he negates like Cammy. I'm not afraid of Cammy with Blanca. I'm really not. Like I don't feel like Cammy's a big deal.
He
with
doesn't?
Blanca.
Oh my god,
He's got
right.
a reversal,
Mhm.
get out of the corner. He's got tactics that get him out of that situation.
Maybe you should play
right?
Blanca
And
instead of
he's just as
posting
good
about
at
how
rushing
good
her
you
down,
are.
mixing her up as she is trying to rush him down. Right.
Right?
With Bison, I feel like Bison's
right.
strength is his damage output. He has incredibly high damage output. So as long
feel-
as you're playing solid and you don't make a mistake and get trapped in the corner, you're gonna play a solid game and win because you're gonna do way more damage than your opponent is. You know, the problem with Bison is the moment he's trapped in the corner, he has no reversal, so he can't get out. He must guess to get out of a corner, just like Honda, just like Darksyde, just like Dengi, just like Lily. All the other characters, they're all stuck in the corner. And that's what sucks. That's his one weakness is he gets stuck in the corner. But outside of that, mid-screen or with his, you know, his combos and stuff, he's solid. He's got good strategies, great, amazing damage output. So that's his strengths. Now, is he better than Blanca? Right now, a lot of people tend to say yes. They think that he's top tier. I'm not convinced. He's definitely mid to higher mid tier or lower top tier.
No.
I don't know if he's top
He is top tier.
He doesn't have completely safe gameplay like others.
Yeah,
Like,
but
there's
he's
top
better in
tier
every
is
other
completely
fucking
safe
respect,
gameplay
dude. Come
where
on.
they
I don't
can
even play the
you know,
game and I
mash
know
a button
this.
and get away with it.
Come on.
Do a endless drive rushing and get away with it.
How?
You can't do that. So I don't know why people are under the impression that he's like top tier, except the damage. I think once people find ways to stop the constant offense that they're getting hit with from Bison, and they realize he won't be able to hit as often. When he hits, he'll hit hard, but he won't be able to hit as often. I don't think people are going to be that scared of him anymore. I think right now people are still feeling him out and trying to figure out how he is as a character. What I think a lot of people don't realize is that his head stomp and his double reverse are unique and may actually be a bigger part of his game than people think right now, because top players aren't even using it. Top players aren't using head stomp and aren't using double reverse. I'm trying to put that into my strategy, you see?
So your strategy is different
I'm trying
from
to
the
be different. I'm
pros,
trying to
and
implement
you're
new
trying to be
stuff that others
different.
aren't touching. So we'll see in time what happens. I definitely think he's a great character. He's
Think
at
of
least
that.
as
Think
good
of that
as
for a
Blanca,
second.
as
He's gonna
Blanca.
use a
But the thing
different
is, when I play
strategy than the
Blanca,
pros
I don't
do.
ever feel like, oh no,
Than all the
this
pros do.
advantageous situation.
He's gonna be
Even if he's
completely
rushing me
different.
down,
He
I know
think
if I
he's-
meter, I can
he
do
thinks
the
it's gonna work.
Blanca ball and kind of get out of that situation.
Cheers.
It's just gonna cost me meter. I don't have that with Bison. I've got to guess to get out of situations, and that's, I feel like it's a disadvantage in that case. But then when I hit, here comes giant damage, right? So that's kind of the trade-off.
Mm-hmm. Quite the trade-off.
Hello Ryder just did a super chat. He says, there's no greater honor than joining your chosen guild and no greater shame than failing it. Well, I have no idea what that means or what you're talking
Me
about.
neither.
But thank you very much, Hell Rider,
The fuck was that? Fuck was
for
that
the
tip?
super chat today. No, I haven't used Guile. Nope. Guile. Basically, the characters you see me using right now are the ones I played the most. I tried various other characters, but I don't think I ever did a session with Guile, did I? I don't even
No.
think I did.
No, you
Nope.
didn't.
I've used Guile in other Street Fighter games before. I've used him in Super Turbo, obviously, and other versions of Street Fighter 2. I played him in the CVS series a bit. I tried him in Street Fighter 4. I thought he was good in Street Fighter 4, actually. But no, I haven't really given any time to Guile whatsoever in Street Fighter 6. And, I think because he didn't really appeal to me. Just, you know, sonic booms and just keeping people away and a little bit of advancement here or there, but
What's
I don't know, I
Dalsin?
felt like it would be a little boring. He's like a boring character to play. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong, because what the fuck is Dalsim?
No, it's incredibly hot here, Derek. It's going to continue to be
Incredibly hot.
mid to high 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Incredibly
The
hot.
Next week there is
It's gonna be 80 fucking Fahrenheit. That's incredibly
Maybe there'll
hot.
be a break in the heat. Maybe there'll be a break. No, every day another 80-degree day, another 80-degree day, another 80-degree day. It's like, oh my god.
It's
This summer
37
has been
degrees,
pretty
or it feels
nuts
like
so far.
37 right
We've
now outside
already
here,
been in about a
which
week and a
is
half of constant
98 or
heat, and it's just
99
not
degrees
changing. It's staying
Fahrenheit,
consistent
I think.
every day.
right?
Pretty nuts.
Pretty nuts.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Not even a cloud. Just full sun days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 7 days of 80+ degree heat. It's never ending.
Cool. What is he doing? What are you doing, Burnell?
Sheesh.
Cheers.
Okay. All right, let's
Okay, all right.
go ahead
Let's go ahead.
and
And
let's swap
let's,
over to the reality show. Whoa.
swap over to the
TV
reality show.
No,
Okay.
let's switch over to the React show, everyone. Thank you for chilling with me here today on the Level 1 podcast. And tomorrow we get back to fun gameplay.
Fun
I'm
gameplay.
excited to use the Victrix again. I'm actually disappointed.
God.
It's been 2 days I'm not playing Street Fighter. Now that I have a better joystick, like,
Just
so
fucking
wait.
play and
I'll
shut
be
the fuck
patient.
up, man.
Tomorrow
I
I'll
can't
be
believe
back.
he's complaining
Thank
about
you
not
all.
playing a game that
See
he
you
could be
then.
playing at any
Peace
fucking
out.
time. Anytime. Anytime, any second. He could just pop it in and play.
Okay.
But no. He has to complain about it, though. You guys are definitely gonna hear him complain about it.
All right. So,
Alright, okay. Alright. Alright. Alright.
Get this all set up here. Here's all my playlists. My playlists are getting messy. I
Yeah,
need to do a
They're getting
cleanup
messy.
of my playlists. There we go. Controller's not working. That's good. There we go. Our ultra member videos for today. Let's get the logo set up. Let's get the pop-up set up.
Pop-up?
Here.
Not the pop-up.
No.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely he does. There's nothing he won't complain about. That's our boy.
Alright, there's the React pop-ups. Let's test these. Because I've been having issues with these React pop-ups when we try to use them. Once a week, they seem to time out.
What the fuck is
So,
he talking about?
let me test this right now.
What is he talking
Here.
about? They time out because you leave your computer on forever, dude. That's why.
Alright, this is a test. I don't know if this is
I
work.
would tip Phil $5 if he took his camera and brought it to his
No,
fan on
these
his
won't even-
computer.
Oh. Whoa!
I would love
It
to see the
worked.
amount of dust
I
caked
could,
on
Dave.
that
It's
shit.
gonna play like 10 times now.
It must
is
be.
laggy as hell.
It must
Okay,
be
that's a good sign.
thick, like thicker than cat.
Try this. Oh god. Oh my god, the page is ultra lagged. I gotta refresh it. Holy crap.
Holy crap!
The page is locked up.
It's
Not
locked
loading at
up.
all.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
man.
locked up. Oh
That's
man.
not good.
Oh no. Oh man. Oh man. Oh
No.
no.
Try this. Okay. It is working.
Hint hint. It's working, guys.
It is working, but why do I feel like these are the pop-ups that are supposed to be on the throwback channel? I feel like these are supposed to be the throwback pop-ups.
Oh,
Maybe the throwback pop-ups and these are the same, actually. Now that I'm
I think
thinking
I
about
just
it.
had an
Let me
aneurysm.
test this one. Alright, that one's just the standard one. Okay. I think what it is I almost never get contributions or tips on the React
Oh
show. So
my
I don't even
god,
bother,
this hurts.
Like messing with this, so I don't really see these too often.
This fucking hurts, man, right now. What he's
I don't,
doing
I
right
don't even
now.
remember what the animations are.
This
There we
soft
go.
pity
Yeah, I don't
beg
even remember what
bullshit
the
he's doing.
animations Are. I've forgotten what they are.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right, guys, let's swap over to the React channel. I'm gonna turn the stream off, and you're gonna see a pop-up. It's gonna say, "Hey, click here, go to the React channel." I'll be live over there within 5 minutes with some music playing, and then we'll start by 1 p.m. Okay? All right, guys, I will see you on the React channel. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Phil. Or thank you, Rafa. I don't know what else I have to drop so I can teleport. I don't know. Maybe the paper. Guessing the paper, maybe. Teleport with money, right? Please let me teleport with money. Please. Please. Certain items. It doesn't tell you. Damn it. Really? Like, except this? Seriously? There's none of these I can carry around with me. Cannot be teleported. Fuck. Okay, well that answers that. Cannot be teleported. Yeah, see, I can bring all of these. You actually end up finding a lot of those gems. And the gems give you the ability to buy some really badass, like insanely OP stuff. They also allow you to give yourself a flat bonus, which is just carrying over from everything. Cucumber said that he played this game a massive shit ton, but he never even heard of this. So, I'm guessing he hasn't played the 1.0 update. We're experiencing it live, goddammit. Oh, really? Another reason to consider buying a server, but we need a lot more people to do that. Because paying like $8 a month for a server, I don't know, man. I like this game a lot, but it's not a subscription service game. Although it would be kind of cool to have our own world and have like randoms come in. Might be cool, might be bad. Just have to set it so that they can't steal your stuff. And if they try to destroy, well, you have to be ready for that. I seen that you can make a siege golem, but the way it works is that you drop it, it takes some time for it to build, and then when you go to it, you transform into that golem, like you take it over, and you get massive damage boosts for like destroying walls and concrete and stuff, so you can go in and wreck somebody's building or somebody's base. It's pretty funny. But I know PvP is in the game. Like, there's gonna be items that are bound to be specific for PvP, so... Yeah, it did. gonna heal with this blood that I'm gonna
Blood
switch over
sustains me.
to the 97 potion that I have. Oh, it's the same one.
My blood reserves run low.
I'm gonna just go with this one now. Big crowd coming. Damn it. Tell you, man, there's so many fucking shards here. It's insane. But you need 750 for one item, so I think the values are just a little bit overinflated. Like maybe you need 100 for something would be good, but no, you need 750, and everybody you kill gives you like fucking 10 or 15 each. So it's one of those things. There's no reason for it to be that high. But whatever. Another fucking crowd. Goddamn, dude. Dude, I can chop trees down with the bow. That's awesome. What is this? Greater Stygian Shard. Okay. That's great. So there's two fucking... God, man. Well, I'm fighting a bunch of Scourge Stones, so when you get back, we'll be able to just boost your armor up. And we definitely need to go fight those bosses you're lagging behind with, so I'll go help you out with that. Oh shit, what was that? Is that 60? That's his 60? It might have. Shit, I have a lot now. I still need, I had 360, so I need about another 380? 380-ish. Oh, 38. A little bit spicy, but I'm good. My 79 is still way better. Alright. It's nice that over here the sun never rises, so it'd be middle of the day, you don't have to worry about shit.
Sending regeneration.
You need a coffee refill at some point. Oh shit. I like that you can feed off the big ones. It's cool. Wait, was that a whip? Astral whip? Oh. What? Look at this! Look at this! I'm gonna need a merciless iron whip. And radium alloy, what the fuck? Bro! 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 That's so cool. I think you could just straight up buy them. I'm not sure if you're buying the weapon or the blueprint for it, but we'll know soon enough. Once we get 750 shards, we're going back there. Getting close, we need about 100 and some more.
From my veins, I rejuvenate.
Just keep spawning. I'm just gonna get out of here. Is that a scare cell? Yes, it is. I would. Fuck, I would. And it wouldn't be kinky either. It'd be straight up like... Fuck. Man, he just, like... He's the prime example of going through life and running your mouth and never actually getting beat up. People that I knew as a kid that would talk a lot of shit, they'd eventually get beat up, or they'd get into fights, right? They'd either have to prove it or, you know, shut up type of deal. But you don't even fucking see that, like, with Phil. Like, he's fucking 42 years old and he's never been challenged. Or at least, he's never had to answer a challenge. And it's pretty pathetic, man.
morning. Well, excuse me. Good afternoon, everyone. I lost track of time. Welcome
Oh my God.
to DSP.
VSP.
And welcome
VSP.
to my
My
usual
blood, restore
weekly
my
show
Can't even fucking talk, man.
where we watch clips from all over the internet as submitted by the channel members.
By the channel
You
members.
guys are excited?
Excited? Got your wallets open?
Who knows what we'll watch today, right? There's always such great variety on the show. You never know what to expect on DSP React. This is episode 73, FYI. Yes, the show's been running for quite some time. I wonder what episode 100 will actually be. I have to do the math and figure it out, right? But, yeah, good stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Ultra members here will go first as usual. Then we go to the missions tier. Remember, here on the channel, a lot of this content gets demonetized.
Oh my God, here we go with the fucking early beg. What's going on here? You just started.
Here on the channel, I had asked if you could support the stream today in some way.
Oh my
it be
God.
A super chat, a super sticker, a membership,
Disgusting.
a membership, or a tip. All would be appreciated.
You're
My goal is
gross.
to hit 50 bucks in tips by the end of the stream. We're at 10 to start, so we have a little bit of a head start.
Oh my God.
We could get that by the end. That'd be great. Also, FYI, in August, you're going to see a big uptick in content on this channel. Why? Because I'm going to be doing 2 long-form React events in August. The first, there's actually going to be
Drama.
a documentary on Review Tech USA made
Yeah,
by
drama.
Jimmy King, and I'm going to actually live react to that one.
A drama
Okay?
video.
In addition,
The guy who
there's
says he
going to
doesn't
be
do
a
drama.
documentary about me. And I'm going to live react to that one too.
Just partial
So,
react though. He's not gonna react about the parts he doesn't like.
A more active month next month here on the channel. I hope that you guys will join me for those events and or watch the videos after the fact. But you know, for the rest of this month, it's business as usual here every Sunday doing the DSP React clip show. Okay?
Gross.
All right. Are we ready? Ready to start?
Ready to tip?
Let's just jump right into it. Here we go. Oh, by the way, reminder, if you do support the stream in some way today, I record 20 to 30 minute portions, and between those portions is when I do the shout-outs. I'm not going to do the shout-outs live as they come in. I'm going to wait, accumulate them, and do them between the parts. Fair enough? Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Phil here.
Hello,
and
everyone.
Welcome to DSP Reacts and my weekly clips react show, DSP versus the Internet. This is episode 73 for July 14th, 2024. As always, we start with the clips submitted by my Ultra members on the channel. These are guaranteed to be watched every week. If you become an Ultra member today, you too.
How can he beg like
here on
3
the show.
times in fucking
Please
5
consider
minutes?
it.
That's
All right,
insane,
let's
man.
watch these first, and then we're going to go over to submissions to your members. We'll go into a randomized playlist, which we will just start watching somewhere in the middle, and go from there. Also, if you become a super member, you have the ability to
How
ask
is he
me,
still begging?
a question for Q&A, and actually, I believe there is one question that we will answer later in the show. We usually do that
He's
right around
still
the end of
begging.
part 5.
How?
Okay? All right. Without further ado, let's do this.
Without further ado,
see
let's
what's
do
first.
this.
Native American war chief who helped defeat the Nazis. Let's learn about it.
Oh my God.
Maybe I should turn my controller on first. Let's learn about it.
Fun fact, Joseph Medicine Crow was the last war chief of the Crow Nation, achieving the status while fighting the Nazis in Europe during World War II. To become a war chief, Joseph had to pass 4 tests while in war. He had to take an enemy's weapon, he had to touch a living enemy without killing them, he had to lead a successful war party, and finally, he had to sneak into an enemy camp and steal a horse.
Hold on. Someone told me about a new feature on YouTube, and I want to see if it's enabled or not.
What's this
Stable
feature?
volume auto. Yes. So YouTube has this new feature. It's supposed to be called stable volume. It's supposed to make it so that videos all will play around the stable volume. Previously, it would go all like this, and I'd be like, oh shit, I got to speed. Let's see if that feature works. Okay, I've just looked at the volume of this video.
Oh, I can't believe we're doing
Video
this.
sounds too loud. Let's see if this feature works. Okay.
Reservation in Montana, and he learned the traditions of the Crow Nation at a young age and came from a long lineage of Crow Nation war heroes. Joseph's science history inspired him to study history and anthropology in college. And in 1939, he became the first member of the Crow Nation to get a master's degree. But on his doctorate, he left the university to follow the army. Before battles, Joseph would be 2 red war shirts on the Crow tradition. He also carried a yellow eagle feather into battle with him that was given to him by a Sundance medicine man. During a raid in France, Joseph encountered a German soldier alone in an alley. He knocked the German's weapon out of his hands with his rifle, thus taking a weapon from an enemy, and he took the German soldier captive, touching a living enemy without killing him. During a tense moment for his company, while they were surrounded by German soldiers, Joseph's commanding officer put him in charge of a mission to take 7 men to go get more ammunition and bring it back to the front line.
Yeah, see, it's the weapon.
Joseph led the mission
Confuse you.
successfully,
Look,
turning
it's
the
a straight
tide
up
of the
weapon.
battle and saving his company. Now you might not think horses would.
So I just need another like 100 and I'm
but
good.
due to the limited access to oil, horses were still heavily relied on to transport artillery and supplies. During the final days of the war, during a German retreat, Joseph tracked a group of Nazi SS soldiers escaping on horseback. Joseph followed the troop until they came to rest in the pasture where they camped for the night. Joseph's company surrounded the German troops, but before they attacked, Joseph suggested to his commanding officer maybe he should go free the horses so none of the German soldiers could escape on horseback once they began their assault.
Smart.
His commanding officer agreed, and Joseph snuck into the enemy camp, created a bridle from a short piece of rope as the warriors had been doing for centuries, and then leapt onto a horse and rode away, leading a stampede of 50 more horses. As he rode out of range, his army division launched their attack, and Joseph sang a Crow Nation song as he rode his horse into the camp. When Joseph finished the Crow with the war, the elder's name was War Chief. He also had a bronze scar on his
Pretty low on blood.
and wrote the script for the reenactment of the Battle of the Bighorn based off the oral history given to the child. In 2009, Joseph was awarded the Presidential Medal of Honor, and at 95 years old, he performed a ceremonial dance after receiving the medal. Joseph died in 2016 at 102 years old. The only other member of the Crow Nation to come close to achieving War Chief status since Joseph Medicine
Yeah,
Crow
it's pretty cool.
was his nephew, Carson Walks Over Ice, who fought as a Green Beret in Vietnam. Carson managed to complete 3 of the 4 requirements, but was not able to steal a horse. He did, however, elephants, which he believed should have counted as that. Carson Walks Over Ice was not on the original Crow Nation home. In September 1964, Carson enlisted in the U.S. Army paratroopers immediately after finishing high school at the age of 18. He completed the training program and spent 50 years in the Panama Canal with the Army. In 1967, he volunteered to go to Vietnam because he wanted to do good war deeds, just as his uncle Joseph Medicine Crow had done during the Second World War. Carson Walks Over Ice was a Green Beret and a platoon sergeant, meaning he was frequently dropped behind enemy lines and was in charge of 47 men. Since the Viet Cong were very good at identifying officers and people in charge, American soldiers would avoid wearing uniforms. So Carson Walks Over Ice would put an eagle feather in the netting of his helmet, so when he was given orders, his troops would know it was him talking. This also takes care of one of the war requirements. Carson Walks Over Ice had many systems. Carson Walks Over Ice had gone to the He carried a piece of rope in his knapsack at all times and was always During a firefight, a Viet Cong soldier came running past Carson Walks Over Ice through the brush. Carson grabbed the soldier, took his weapon, looked at him, and in Vietnamese said, "Run," releasing the enemy back into the jungle. The other soldiers in Carson's platoon were shocked. They asked Carson, "Why did you let him go?" Carson replied, "The important thing is that you saw me do it. That's all you need to know." Completing the tasks of taking an enemy's weapon and touching a living enemy. Carson Walks Over Ice to look for a horse, but the Viet Cong just didn't have them. Then what?
Isn't it just crazy that like the whole thing to go to war, that they get to do these objectives so they can get war chief when they go home?
Yeah, but they're still helping out the fucking war
Playing
effort.
a
What the
video
fuck,
game,
dude?
Of course, it's nothing like playing a video game.
Oh my god, it's like playing a video game.
Video game would have the optional objectives to get the achievement.
Oh
You don't have
my
to do them.
god, dude.
Obviously,
He
the
did
goal when you
not
go to
just
war
say
is to
that.
survive and defeat the enemy. But they have optional
It's like playing a
objectives
video
you need to
game. The war
complete to
chief
become a
is
war chief.
like playing a video
I need
game.
to steal the goddamn horse. Where's the fucking horse?
Oh
That is kind
no.
of messed up. There's no horses.
Oh
So he can't
my
complete the
god.
objective, but he stole elephants and they wouldn't count that? Why not? Come on. Wow. Anyway.
One day, while he was on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, Carson heard a crackle in the bush and looked up to see an elephant being ridden by a Viet Cong soldier.
Yeah, see?
Carson shot the soldier, which startled the elephant and caused it to come running towards him. The elephant had a chain hanging around its neck which was dragging on the ground, and when the elephant ran up to Carson, he grabbed onto the chain and hung onto it until the elephant
Wow.
When the elephant climbed over, he noticed there was a second elephant, the first elephant, and both of them
Wow.
Carson took the
Wow.
and led them back to the camp. So Carson figured when he got home, he would get credit for a horse. But when he did get home and told the elders what had happened, they shook their heads and said, "Sorry, Carson, elephants are not horses."
Come on.
Carson denied
Come
this
on.
because he had not been able to find a horse.
Wow.
Elephants. Carson Walks Over Ice was wounded twice during the Vietnam War. He was medically discharged in April of 1968. Carson lived with a bullet in his leg for the rest of his life.
Oh my
Carson
God.
Walks Over Ice earned a total of 14 medals, commendations, and badges during the
Holy moly. Look at that.
Holy moly. This commentary is gold.
Damn, they gave him everything. He gets like almost everything. Wow.
Wow.
in his time in the military. After his time in the military, Carson earned a major in business administration, finance, and journal studies, and he was fluent in German, Crow, Latin, and Spanish. His
Wow.
children nicknamed him the walking computer because he always had the answer to every question. Carson died in 2011 at the age of 65.
Wow. Oh. Ah. Okay, hold on. Wow, that was interesting.
Wow.
I mean, his delivery was kind of dry. He's just basically reading.
Oh my God, Phil.
You see his eyes are.
What are you
What
doing?
he's saying? But that was, I didn't know anything about that. I had no idea.
Blood.
He's actually
Native Americans
criticizing
had
the
these
guy who made the
objectives
video
they needed
who
to
has
complete to actually
five
get status in the tribe.
2
And so to be a war chief,
thousand
you actually have
views
to go to war
in
and do that.
2 weeks.
I mean, but that doesn't
Which is
make
more than
sense.
what
For
Phil
example,
gets
now, it
all
would be
year in any of his
impossible for
videos.
anyone to ever hit war chief status because there's no war for horses anymore, right? So how would you ever hit war chief status today? You couldn't.
God, Phil. Do not. Oh my God.
I don't know. Don't you think that they should remove the requirements to become war chief?
Oh no. What's going on?
Not all Native Americans, it was only that specific clan. Oh no, I understand that. It was the Crow, right? The Crow. But still, like, they should redo that. That's not fair to everyone moving forward in the future.
Oh my God, Phil.
They live to 100. They live to 100. Wow. Alright, this is interesting. So when I started on YouTube 16 years ago, I was playing a game called Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix. It was the game they're about to talk about in this video.
Oh,
It was a
no.
Western remake with widescreen, HD hand-drawn graphics, and completely rebalanced gameplay. Okay? I played it and liked it. It wasn't perfect, but it was a good attempt to modernize the classic Super Turbo for a modern audience. But a lot of people hated it because of the change in the art style. So honestly, it only lasted a couple of years and it fizzled out. It was like every attempt for someone trying to rejuvenate Super Turbo. This is a video about it. I don't know if we'll watch the whole thing, but let's see here.
Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, or Super Turbo for short, is a classic
Too loud, right? So I don't think that the audio balancing thing is working.
Maybe
It
you
just
should do a little bit of
jumped in
work. Though.
volume. So now I gotta lower the video. Yeah.
Why is he complaining
Sadly,
about
doesn't
this?
seem like this thing really works. Okay.
fighting game that really
Sadly.
needs no
What is
introduction.
this? Why is it
This game
sad?
what I think
Why
of
is
when
this
I
a
think
sad
of the term
moment?
I'm a fighting game in my head, and the amount of stabbings that I assume have happened due to Balrog throw loops is astounding. But while Super Turbo has had a passionate and dedicated fan base for 3 decades, there is a lot of jank associated with the game. From semi-random damage and stun values, stored supers, and more, Super Turbo has a lot of gameplay quirks that the game's fanbase adapted to over the years. Since this is an arcade game that was re-released on systems that are super old nowadays, it's not like the game ever got a big balance patch, right?
Oh.
Bleh, bleh. What are we doing right now?
I have to say, I think the
Released on
original
the
intro's
Xbox
better.
360 and PS3 as
Ho,
a
ho,
digital game
ho,
in
ho.
2008,
I like
Super
the
Street
intro
Fighter
better
2
from the
Turbo
original.
HD
Ho, ho.
Remix is exactly that, an updated revision of the original Super Turbo. With balance, visual, audio, and presentation changes, HD Remix is a complete overhaul of the original, and despite playing it constantly as a kid, I honestly forgot this game existed until I recently found my copy of Capcom Digital Collection. Not having
I
internet
didn't
as
know
a
that
kid meant I
existed.
couldn't download this game, so having it on this disc was the only way for me to play it. Upon revisiting the game, I realized that HD Remix was primarily developed by former American studio Backbone Entertainment. The new music was created by Overclocked Remix, a video game music tribute site, and the new visuals were created by Canadian comic book studio Udon, who you might know if you're a Street Fighter fan, meaning that most, if not all of the game was created by Westerners. There's a lot of stuff to cover in this video, so buckle up and get ready to fly around the globe, because we are going to cover Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix.
HD?
His accent is crazy. HD remix? It's H.
No, it's not it actually is H.
Breathing
Phil.
sound. It's
Phil.
H,
It's
D,
actually
not
H. You're wrong.
H is not how you pronounce it.
Before we
Oh my
I
god.
want to learn a bit about why Capcom trusted a seemingly random American studio with the Street Fighter IP.
Damn, dude.
Founded in 2003, California's Backbone Entertainment mostly focused on ports of older arcade titles to the Xbox 360, like Fortnite, Joust, Frogger, etc. However, they did have experience with creating their own brand new IPs too, like 2005's Death Jr. for the PSP. One game they released in 2005, other than Death Jr., was Capcom Classics Collection, an Xbox and PS2 compilation game that featured 22 of Capcom's arcade titles. This was the beginning of the working relationship between the two companies. During the development of this compilation, Backbone producer David Sullivan, who you might know from games like Fantasy Strike, pitched 2 new titles
He's an actual pro Super Turbo player from back in the day. Yeah.
Capcom, a redrawn version of Puzzle Fighter and Street Fighter 2. While the former released in 2007, fighting fans had to wait for a new version of the beloved fighting game, which honestly wasn't doing too well at the time. I'm sure we all know about the quote-unquote dark ages of the early 2000s, so I won't get into it. But what's important is that Capcom also gave the green light to a new version of Street Fighter 2, and in an interview with the former Xbox-focused website Team Xbox, Capcom's former senior director of strategic planning and research, that's a title and a half, stated that fans were constantly asking for a high-definition Street Fighter game on Capcom's online forums, despite the big scene to deliver such a game. While it may seem like a straight remake of the original arcade release, HD Remix is actually based on Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Matching Service, a Japanese exclusive Dreamcast port of the game that includes online play. In an interview with OneUp.com, David Solon reveals that in the beginning, the developers focused on getting the Dreamcast port to run on the Xbox 360 and then fix any issues that popped up during this console transition. The scope of the project was very, very small at this point, and Solon states that at this point, our project scope didn't include a rebalance mode at all, didn't include tournaments, didn't include the rollback style networking, didn't include widescreen mode, and didn't include remixed music, just to name a few things.
It was very
We
bare
were
bones
most
then.
focused on getting the game working correctly, making sure all the internal settings were exactly like the arcade version of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and getting a menu system up and running. The developers then received a dev kit in June 2007, allowing them to change Super Turbo's code and compile new builds of the game for testing purposes. That all sounds well and good, but the game's new art style was arguably the biggest challenge for the dev team. The character art situation was scary, because Udon and I didn't believe that the contractor could produce the quality we needed. Capcom had hope though, and we stayed the course for a while. The contractor's quality actually did improve, but not enough. They were also extremely late. I don't know the details of the course page there, but a long way into the project we finally switched art houses. This time, I think Udon picked the contractor. The change on the art side took a lot of ramp-up time to get going, but by the end, they delivered the art amazingly fast, and it was still good quality.
So that was like the major problem of contention with the game is originally it was supposed to be our Udon. Udon was the studio that was making comic books of Street Fighter, and people really liked the art style of the comic.
We just
And they were
heard
supposed to draw all the
this,
art for the game, but then they
dude.
couldn't produce it. Like they
Why
were
is he
supposed to be
recapping a
in-house
recap,
because they
man?
were over behind and reached the deadlines for it.
Oh
So then
my
they
god.
basically outsourced it, and they didn't like this art. Some people like the art style, some people just hate it. They just crapped all over the game saying, "Oh, I hate
Dude,
this
that's
style of
literally
Street
what they
Fighter."
just talked about. What are
I
you
don't
doing?
mind it. I think it's good. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think it was nice to just have a modernized game. For how it looked, they really detached from the art style for some reason.
During my research for this video, I was unable to find who this original contractor was, but yeah, they don't sound amazing.
No.
After an online beta test was conducted in June of 2008, many networking issues were found and resolved. And speaking of online play, HD Remix uses GGPO for its networking, which was pretty uncommon to see in the early 2000s, especially from Japan. After a period of constant development and balance changes, the developers ended their work on the game just in time for launch, avoiding any potential delays. But before we move on, I feel like I have to discuss the game's radical new art style in a bit more detail. I mentioned before that it was done by Udon, and personally, I'm a bit mixed on it. Having to redraw everything about the game from scratch and still maintain the original game's sense of speed and weight could not have been an easy task, and while it doesn't look bad per se, something about it all sort of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Some characters' facial expressions, like Chun-Li's for example, look pretty uncanny to me, and the game definitely looks like a budget title if that makes sense. It sort of reminds me of a Flash game in ways. Although it was cut from the game due to concerns over the file size, the original Super Turbo movie was remade with Udon 3 art animation, and yeah, I don't know about this. To be honest, I really hate to be a negative person in my videos and just in general, but I've got to say that I think the original is leagues better. Some stages were also remade too, and I actually think these are pretty cool. We can now see the Taj Mahal in the background of Dulcim stage, and the Golden Nugget Casino of the original game has now been renamed Crazy Buffalo, for example, in Balrog stage. Okay, let's move on to the gameplay now. HD Remix features the same button layout as the original. 3 punches, 3 kicks, and motion inputs for the specials and supers. So on the surface level, it seems as though the gameplay is exactly the same as the original Super.
The guy looks so interesting because this version, he looks like he does in Street Fighter Alpha, where he's like more bulky and muscular. In the original Street Fighter 2, he's skinny. He's just supposed to be a Muay Thai fighter. Muay Thai fighters typically are not giant roided dudes. They're just, skinny. Strong.
They're not skinny dudes. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Did you say?
Big buff dudes. So honestly,
Oh, my head hurts.
Sagat,
My head
he
hurts.
changed his visual
It's
style.
giving me
He
a
looks
headache
more like
officially.
modern Sagat, but actually doesn't really fit a Muay Thai fighter.
But this could be further from the truth. David Sirlin's personal website, sirlin.net, contains a full list of balanced HD remakes. And while some characters like Ryu only received one new addition in the form of his fake fireball, characters like Zangief had their inputs changed completely. Green Hand is now performed with a quarter circle forward motion, and SBD can now be performed with a Potemkin Buster input. Another example involves Chun-Li, and she lost her down forward medium kick command normal, with Sirlin writing on his website that this move only ever got in the way, so removing it is actually a bug. Before we move on even further, I'd also like to mention the Turbo for a bit. In the original Super Turbo, his band was competitive play due to him being an overpowered boss character, but in HD Remix, he's received plenty of nerfs to place him on the same level as other characters. He now takes more damage, has more startup on his fireballs, has a slower super, etc. So lots of work went into retooling Akuma for competitive play, but even then, I still hear that he's really busted.
Yes, and basically when this game came out, it was both myself and Damdai were trying to prove that Akuma should not be playable in tournaments. Even with all of the nerfs that they gave him, he was still the best character in the game. He actually had completely inescapable setups where you could throw an air fireball, land, and the opponent couldn't move. And you could do a move that would guarantee a throw,
I need less than 100 now.
Demon. So you could literally dominate the entire game just throwing air fireballs into setup, and no one could do anything about it. But Sirlin, I hate to say it, Sirlin, listen, David Sirlin is a well-intentioned guy, but he only plays certain characters in Super Turbo, like he's a Honda player, a Chun-Li player. He doesn't play the cast, all the cast.
Phil doesn't play the cast.
That's some of the changes.
Oh no! How is he saying he's better than? Oh no! This is horrible.
He didn't really consult everyone who was like a master of certain characters. Like he didn't ask anyone about DJ. He just did whatever he wanted.
So you're upset he didn't ask you a question, Phil? He didn't consult the great Phil Burnell?
He was running the project for Backbone. So a lot of the changes, a lot of the pro players did not like at all. Okay? And it ended up being disappointing in tournaments. Like people liked it for about 6 to 8 months, and then people kind of gave up. Because everyone realized that Akuma was still by far the best character in the game and couldn't be beaten. And he completely locked down like most of the cast, and you know, it was just stupid. So,
You're stupid, Phil. You're just kind of stupid.
It was a good attempt. It sadly did not rejuvenate Super Turbo.
Rejuvenate?
I've only played the original game casually here and there, and I've never tried to properly learn it, so I didn't really notice any of Ken's changes, for example.
Oh, Ken's broken as shit.
Most of the gameplay changes involve tweaks to frame data and damage, nerfing some moves that were too damaging or safe on block, and buffing those that were a bit weaker in those aspects. A character that was ridiculously advanced in the original game was Old Sagat. Even though we had no supers and couldn't take throws, his range, speed, damage, etc. was all out of this world, and he's insanely strong as a result. In HD Remix, ObZen has been removed, and is now based on new Stargout with some tweaks to make him fairer.
That was 91%.
After doing some research, I found that a lot of tournament players didn't really care for the game's new balance, as it still has lopsided matchups and hell, even characters like Combo got buffed hardcore. This guy received changes that allow him to have an easier time against fireball characters, while also remaining super strong against characters who lack fireball, so he just kind of does well all around.
And that's because that was Serlin's main character. So Serlin's like, oh, well, Honda's not that good.
Oh,
He buffs
no.
Honda. Wait,
Restore
what?
my body.
Just because you like the character gets a buff? Like, what's going on here? How is that competitively feasible?
Oh my
Just
god,
'cause you
Phil.
like the
You need
character.
to shut up.
It didn't make sense. Like, he didn't consult enough people to make changes across the board that made the game better. He just personally wanted to tweak his own benefit.
In the
Wow.
game's menus, you can turn on dip switches that allow you to change certain move properties, such as regaining the ability to store Chun-Li's super, for example. These are fantastic to have, as they allow players to experience certain parts of the original game while still keeping some newer aspects of HD Remix at the same time. Regardless of whether you like the new balance changes or not, it can't be denied that lots of work and passion went into the gameplay changes of HD Remix, and I commend the developers for this. When it was finally released, HD Remix was a smash hit. The game sits at an 88 on Metacritic, and review outlets such as Games Radar and Giant Bomb even gave it perfect scores. HD Remix's gameplay, smooth online play, and updated presentation were lauded by critics, although
Smooth online play is hilarious because at the time, this was one of the first games to ever use GGPO rollback netcode. And although that netcode is way better today, I mean, look how it's implemented in Street Fighter 6 and how smooth that game looks.
The game that he
This
keeps
game
complaining has lag.
would frequently have a monstrous
Yeah, there's
rollback.
a gun,
Monstrous rollback. So
like
you'd be
it's one
doing
of
a
these though.
fight and all
It's
of
a
sudden
shattered one.
goes
But
backwards entire moves and frames. And like, wait, what? Like, it was actually quite frustrating to play it online. Watch some of my footage from back in the day, some of my earliest YouTube videos are of this. It's a mess. You know, they dramatically improved that experience for rollback netcode later, but this is the first instance of rollback netcode, and basically it became almost like a joke in the Street Fighter community how bad it was online.
the new artwork did cause some division between fans.
I suck
Even
so
though
much.
a decent size of the community really liked the new artwork, the other half hated it and they ripped into the game for it. But look, overall, reception to the game was very positive. After the release of HD Remix, some of them started to re-release more of the older fighting games from PS3 and 360 in full HD with online play, like Third Strike for example. I'd like
That's completely wrong. That was not. All it was a straight up port of the arcade version. There's no improvement or anything. I mean, you could say it's HD, but it's the pixelated graphics just upscale. So that's actually not true. However,
Oh my
the
god, it
online
literally
version
is the
much
upscale. Oh my
better,
god,
and
do you
it's
not know what
actually best
HD is? High
Third
definition,
Strike.
Phil?
to think that HD Remix's success
What a
was
fucking-
in a new digital era for Capcom, where they focused on ports of the older fighting titles with improved netcode and presentation. In 2009, Batman and Capcom collaborated once again for the HD re-release of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which also received positive critical reception. Unfortunately, Backbone closed their Vancouver studio in 2009 before shutting down entirely in 2015. Marvel
I have
vs.
enough,
Capcom
I have
2's
enough,
HD
I have enough.
port was the
Let's go,
final
let's go, let's go.
collaboration between the two studios, and while David Sirlin has continued to work on competitive games outside of the fighting game genre, he hasn't done anything with Capcom recently.
Or is it just...
With all of that said and done, I honestly think I still prefer to play the original Super Turbo. While I do like HD Remix and spent a lot of time with it, the game not being on PC is a blow to its availability, whereas you can easily download the original ST on Fightcade in like 3 seconds and jump into a match online. Having a full remake of Super Turbo with brand new art, audio, balancing, etc. must have been very exciting to Street Fighter fans back in the day.
Oh
The
no,
game was a
stop,
smash
get away.
hit as a result. Capcom themselves stated that the game achieved record-breaking sales, securing a
wow.
bright future for the series. If you don't have a PS3 or an Xbox 360 anymore, you can try emulating the game on PC, which is how I recorded it. And I recommend giving this game a go if you want to experience some new balance changes to a classic fighting game.
What's sad is probably Turbo. And what I mean by that is they
Let's just
gave
get
it a
out of here.
full-on shot to be a modern game. Did it sell? It did. I think they said it sold like 250,000 copies, which is good for a digital fighting game. But basically because of the criticism in the fighting game community for the art style, the bad online experience, and the brokenness of the rebalance changes, I think that's it. I don't think Capcom will ever try to bring back Super Turbo again. And here's the thing.
Wow.
I still feel the original Super Turbo is like the best competitive fighting game ever made. I still stand by that statement. This day, even after playing Street Fighter 6 for a year, I still think ST is better. And I've said this.
Isn't that the game that he
many
got
times,
fourth
I'll
place
say
in?
it again. You want to make money? You want to really bring fighting games back to the forefront when it comes to the uniting of old and new? Make Super Turbo 2. Just call it that. Super Turbo 2. Not Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo 2, just Super Turbo 2. Make a
So
game
longbow,
for
Reaper,
15 to 20 characters.
crossbow,
They
greatsword,
play
sword,
basically like in
mace,
Super Turbo.
axe,
There's not
pistol.
an insane amount of gimmicks. You don't need, fucking drive rushing, drive impact.
Oh, damn,
counter
no
move,
way,
just
no.
Basic fighting game gameplay.
No.
Bring back some of the classic
No.
characters.
It is
add
just
in
a
some
shattered
characters
thing.
that have
Fuck.
been in Street Fighter since then, and make it play like a classic fighting game like Super Turbo, and you will.
Damn it.
It will succeed, 100%, because you'll have old school players coming out of the woodwork to play it again, and the new school will just jump right in. You're gonna have complete generations colliding for the first time ever. Because right now, most old school players don't play the modern games. They don't care for them. I don't blame them. They play so differently with these insane amount of mechanics, gambling, loop strings and stuff. They don't play anything like the old.
Phil is insane.
I would love to play Super Turbo again. I would love for a game that plays like Super Turbo to reemerge in the fighting game scene, but we haven't had it.
Okay.
I would love Super Turbo 2.
I'm gonna
that should
go
be something they would do,
dip
and I think
for
it
dinner.
would be a huge success.
I'll be
But
back, and when I'm back, we can
I
play.
don't think we're ever going to see it. I think this is it. This is like
do.
the last attempt, the last hurrah.
I'll shoot you a message when I'm on. Alright, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for enjoying the fucking brain torture that is Phil Burnell. Hope everybody has a good day. And if you guys are interested in seeing me play V Rising with Confusia, we're going to be playing probably like in an hour or two, maybe a few hours later. But yeah, just keep an eye out for that, that live pop-up. Thank you very much. Have a great day, everybody.